it. I dare you.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those. I know.
It's going to be beautiful today.
I'm gonna have to do so much editing. I need to go find
Okay.
my wax.
So it's 3 past
Becky
right
ever get
now.
you
So
that,
at 10 past, I'll start
video
cursing.
editing?
It's a beautiful day.
I can use it without having to do certain things. But yeah, I have a feeling I need to find my GIF, my quack wave again. Or I need to sneak John away from you guys, have him say quack, and use it in its place. I told you guys not to worry about the message has been hidden from the
Nexus
GM,
wasn't here when you said that. That was before Nexus joined.
You don't need to know what that was.
Yeah.
It's 9 messages.
Yeah, like 996. Don't worry about it.
No, I told you that was a typo.
Yeah. It was 1D70. What?
1D16, yes.
Lord.
Wait, we're live now?
Yeah.
Shit, no.
Yes, Doc. Yes.
Oh.
Nari was waiting until it was 10 past, and then boom, there goes Cyntari.
Kablooey.
Whoa.
No, we're never gonna make it on Twitch, huh?
Well, when last we saw our heroes,
Sound kind of distant, sound screen, by the way.
Yeah.
What's that?
You
Are
sound
you in a
kind of
cave?
distant.
Yeah, your microphone's different. Yeah, you got the wrong mic.
It's a wrong mic.
Probably.
You sound like you're in another room.
Wrong mic, Charlie.
Wrong mic, who dis?
He's basically doing the reach around.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's better.
There's that beautiful deep voice in my ears.
Ooh.
Sorry about that.
I wasn't in
I could
here.
almost
Makes
taste
me
that.
feel all tingly.
What is that, cinnamon?
No, it's cherry.
Oh my god.
In your ears?
I'm so sorry, but I'm also not sorry, Soundscream. This is going to be beautiful.
It is. So, when last we saw our heroes, Nate the Human Ranger, Gobs the Locantha Warlock, Othokent the Lizard Folk Life Domain Cleric, Talah the Half-Orc Druid, Abraham the Human Wizard, and that's everybody. And I misenunciated that, and it made it sound like I was going to say another name. But there's nobody else who plays with us, so that's everybody. So when last we saw our friends, Gobs decided to sneak off to start dealing with some of her underworld contacts, to start trying to locate some of the rare materials that the group has been looking for. While she was doing that, the group went shopping and spent a lot of time doing that. And then I'm going to be honest with you, it's been 2 weeks and my brain's not really working because it's been a rough week for me. I know why did we end up in because I know you guys went to the war front and I don't remember why.
Because we didn't really have much to do, because Gobs left, and then Otho and Talah started healing people in tents, and then...
That's right, I remember now, yeah. So you guys decided, we've got nothing else to do, let's go down to where the war is. Because that's what people do. To which both Othokent and Talah used their resources to heal people up, while Abraham and Nate went and talked to the people running the war to see what they... I'm sorry, I'm very burpy. To see what they could do to help out, which ended up having Nate run to see... where are my notes?
Magelin's mom.
Magelin's mom, yep. Who then gave a letter to him to run all the way across to the other side of the city and recruit, just an old friend, right? Nobody important. Maybe a giant red dragon who is very upset and who then flew both Nate and himself back to the front line for him to have a discussion with Magelin to see what could be done to break this line once and for all. Oh, and by the way, the dragon did totally hit on Nari, or not Nari.
On me!
On Talah.
Not my...
Talah. Yeah.
I mean, he basically said, you're kind of cute, you'd make a nice third wife.
Yep.
And then Abraham agreed that he would be a great third wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at that point, the group got
Nate
a
was
call
jealous.
from. Brain is not functional.
Gobs.
Got a call from Gobs saying that she needed a place for you guys to meet that was immune to scrying. To which Magellan allowed them to use the meeting room at the top of the old casino, which is protected in that exact manner. And I believe they had finished. You guys had just finished confirming that, and we're heading back home to meet with Gobs.
Yeah, quick question though.
I have a quick answer.
Spell slots. Otho, Talah, how many we have left, how many we used.
I believe you said you guys were spending everything you had.
Are we skipping over Faithful?
No, I mentioned that Feltor flew you guys back.
Yeah.
And you went and gave the letter to Feltor. He flew you guys back, and then he tried to riz up Talah.
No,
Yeah, we
I
also
got that.
talked about getting as many dragons as possible into the fight.
Like, he wanted to fight on the front lines. He wanted to
Yeah.
get in there.
Yes. Especially now that he's learned that his favorite brother was killed by these guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. He's not keen on the fact that Venator's dead at all,
Mm-mm.
let alone that these guys did it. So,
Adding literal fuel to the fire.
yep.
Yeah.
And the word I kept trying to find last time we played was sortie. There was a sortie. That's what I
Sortie,
could.
yeah.
That's the word I could not find to save my life.
Saute.
Yes,
No.
saute. So yeah, you guys are pretty low on your spell slots. Those of you who did all the healing stuff, but it is the evening is starting to close in, and I think we'll pick up with as you guys return to the apartment. So you guys would get there, Gobs. You would already be back and waiting.
Yep.
So who is this person we're supposed to be talking to?
Give me a moment. I'm looking up the name in my notes.
Oh, who did we
Hello?
lose? Oh, he's back.
Welcome back. I'm looking up for the name in my notes.
I can send it to you again if you need me to.
There we go. Just need to get it full, fresh in memory.
While we wait, there you go. Enjoy.
Okay, and I had gotten into contact with one of these, correct?
Yes, it would be the sister Lyrathis is who you've been in contact with.
All right. So, okay, we are. First of all, I need you all to be really cool about this. We're going to be meeting a hag.
I mean, ugly women exist. Doesn't mean we need to insult them.
No, like coven hag.
Well, just because
Oh.
she has a sisterhood doesn't mean she is any less valuable than the rest of us.
She called herself a hag. What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Mhm. Is she self-identifying? It's fine with me.
She also self-identifies as Sister Loranthis, the Frosted Tongue.
Does that name say anything to us?
You guys can all give me history checks with disadvantage.
Ah, yes. Let me crit this one.
She sounds like a terrible kisser.
1 second. My right hand doesn't work.
Have you ever done the thing where you stick your tongue on a metal pole? Yeah, it's kind of like that, except you're stuck to someone else.
Yeah, it's her
What?
kisses aren't great, but the other thing is worse.
No,
Oh,
no
no.
shit.
Oh boy.
That is not where you want frostbite. Yeah,
We do not
none of
want
you
free
guys, none of
burn.
you guys have a clue who this person is.
Jesus.
You've never heard the name.
So I'll give you some more context for all of this. Sort of the materials we're needing for the whole rebuild Gilga.
Yeah.
A lot of those can't really be located on this plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Correct.
So I figured a good way would be to secure passage to the other planes, so you could actually go, get it.
Yeah.
So I look around, and the only way you can currently travel between the planes,
Uh-huh.
is it better now? The sound?
Yes.
Right. So the only way you can currently travel between the planes is either through the Fey Realm or the Shadowfell. Given that we just did this stabby stab on the Lord of Winter, the influence of the Fey Realm is sort of receding. So we can't
True.
really get there. Which means there's only the Shadowfell left.
Oh, great.
So I looked around, to try and find out how to maybe get there, and the hacks came up.
Uh-huh.
There's a group of hacks hanging around in the city. They run an information broker business in the Green Dragon Ward. If they're not able to directly transport us, they might be able to tell us how we might be able to get there. I've sort of been fishing around, trying out some leads, getting people to sort of get to us.
Seriously, how are you this good at finding people?
Look, if you start breaking kneecaps, people start answering questions.
And now you have an arm that eats their body parts. So,
Well, I don't do that. I just punch in their knee and make them think I'm really, really strong. Either way, specifically, what we're also looking for here, you remember that Heartstone thing we need?
Hag hearts. Yes, I know.
Yes, 2 of them. And a sister of a coven of 3 hags has been willing to contact us.
She's willing to trade her heart.
She may be willing to trade the hearts of her sisters.
what?
That's my guess. I don't know. I have not spoken to the woman. Currently, she has said that she wants to talk to us. She's given me a number to text, and we are to text it with a location that is safe from scrying.
You know,
Okay.
maybe there's a rival hag horde that she doesn't like, and she wants us to get rid of them.
I
That
hope it's
could
something
also-
like that.
That could also be
Betraying
it.
her sisters, that sounds awful.
Or maybe she's just a bitch.
I mean, she is a hag.
Yep, the bitch angle tracks.
I don't know that much
I-
about hags.
I also know the name of the other sisters. So Sister Loranthus is the one we're going to be speaking to. There's also Auntie Dreelock, the Keeper of Shadows, and Mother Gloomis, the Weaver of Echoes.
Go ahead and give me a history check for yourself, or an investigation check, either or.
All right. Coming up as fast as the sheet allows. There we
So,
go.
I will say this because in your investigation, you would have heard of these 2 or these 3 before, a couple different times. So it's pretty well known that, or you would know anyways, that Larathis is kind of the muscle of the group, where Gloomus is the deal maker, and Dreelock is, she's kind of the person that's in charge.
Okay. So yeah. So the way I understand this group, Loranthus seems to be sort of the the make things happen person. You know, the punch in the wall, punch in the knee, that type of person. And she's the one who wants to speak to us. And you said Loomis was the deal maker?
Yep.
Loomis is normally the one who makes the deals, and she has not asked to see us. And finally, there is
Drelock.
Drelock, who appears to sort of be leading the whole thing. And given that Lorantha seems to be the one doing most of the work, and she's the one who's reached us, it could very well look like she's looking to, you know, betray the little coven. Look for some new coven members, maybe. At least that's what I'm thinking may be happening. So
Right.
what do you all
Interesting.
think?
Hmm.
Well, I mean, besides killing hags ourselves, I'm not really sure how we're going about getting them unless we're able to find a broker for them, which I imagine the price would be out of our range.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 2,000 right now. I don't think that buys me much of a hack's heart.
That plus, I don't think we want to make a deal with a hag either.
Then solve
I
the
don't
hag
know.
heart problem, then.
I mean, we can always hear them out and just go, nah. Right? That's an option, right?
I believe so.
So we're skipping the one who leads and the one who makes deals and going straight to the one who fights.
She's the one who reached out. It could very
Yeah,
well just be
to
that
be
they.
clear, you'd started poking around, starting to learn different things, and once you started asking about Heartstones, that's when you got reached out to. Like, you did maybe mention that in the morning. By that afternoon, you got a text from an unlisted number with that information.
Wasn't it a boy who came up to me?
That's right. I forgot I did tell you it was a boy. In fact,
Oh yeah, creepy little detail. The way she reached out. She had a little boy, like a young boy about 5, called Dan. Yeah, he just walked up to me, gave me like a note with a number. Who the fuck contacts people like that?
Did he? Sorry.
I don't know. I've never heard of such methods.
And
I'll say, just to correct something, he didn't say his name
then how do I know his name?
because I may have told you the name and I didn't mean to. Because I've also changed his name.
You don't know the name.
I just presumed that was a signal to make shit up on how you got to this. My bad.
Yeah, no, and he may have been a little bit older than 5.
All right.
Okay. So the grooming has progressed more.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Hi, YouTube. But yeah, so what are we gonna? First of all, we need to find a place that's safe for scrying. Do you guys know a place that?
Yeah,
could
we
be safe for
discovered
scrying?
one.
Abe
Sent you the
found one.
information.
Oh, cool. What place are we talking about? Is it like a musky basement?
No, it's the old casino where the D-Devils were running their whole business.
That sounds really cool. Much better than what I thought.
sounds fancy.
Uh-huh.
Also, technically, aren't hags like Fae?
Fey adjacent.
So they may be related to Talah, since Talah
No.
is related to the Fae?
Are you calling
My mother
Talah a
used to
hag?
warn me about hags.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be warned about an uncle.
Good lord.
Maybe somebody should have warned that kid.
Probably.
A hag did try and kidnap our shaman once. She
Oh,
was
how
turned
did that
into
go?
soup.
Oh, was it good soup?
Actually, no, it was terrible.
It was
It
haggerific.
was a bit haggard.
Hmm.
You know, you may have done better turning her into haggish.
Uh-huh.
Either way,
Half our
I'm
purpose is to make the
okay.
DM cringe.
I'm okay with continuing on this conversation. I'm just not going to be very comfortable with it.
Understandable. Again, we're not going to agree to anything until we hear the terms, and if they're not willing to tell us the term, that's typically a bad sign, right? Right.
So, what if this is some kind of weird ambush and we are in a non-scrying room and all three of them show up?
Well, then my mom was right.
Then we will very shortly have 3 hag hearts.
Are you underestimating the power of hags?
No, I'm being optimistic.
It
I'd
looks good
prefer
on you, Gobs.
realistic in this situation.
Bah, you guys and your realism. Your realism is more bordering on pessimism from both you and Nathaniel.
What?
It's usually Gobs that's the pessimistic one, so I laughed
Oh.
because that was funny.
Oh yeah,
You-
I think I'm finally done relapsing from cigarettes. I have, however, been eating a lot of sweets.
We exercise enough for that not to be an issue. But still, yeah, Talah, you used to be quite pessimistic a lot of the time.
Yeah, you should have met me before I got kidnapped by the Heart of Winter.
Well, I can't
Maybe
time
then you
travel,
could
Talah.
actually see me as the optimistic person that I used to be. I
That's
don't
why
really
I'm
have
saying-
anything to be optimistic about.
Well, then just join me in my optimism. Why believe in the worst when I can believe in the best?
I can just text a number not interested if we're not interested.
I'm interested.
Uh,
These guys are just
We're
being
interested.
words.
I don't mind
Just
giving it a
one-
shot, though. Sorry, Nathaniel.
Just want to be careful about this. Like, we have been through a lot already, and there's a lot of weird people doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
And,
and I also spent the rest of my day spreading bad rumors around online about that cat boy. I've told people he's
Beautiful.
infected with crotch fleas.
Ah. Beautiful.
I mean, I don't like the guy, but that's mean.
Sounds like him
He's
kind of
mean.
problem.
He threatened a lot of very violent things. I think a rumor about his crotch is the least of the bad things that we could do to him.
He's also done violent things to people.
But, like I said, personally, I'm up for trying to give it a shot with talking to the hag. Only personal problem is I'm about as magical as a pebble at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a time limit on the offer, and I did get told this like tonight. Well, this evening, really. So I think we'd be forgiven for waiting until tomorrow.
I don't know.
It's
Hags
just-
are the forgiving type.
I mean, you could text them that we can meet in the morning and then give the location.
Can
Then
do
at
that.
least
Fine,
they
by all
know we want to speak with them.
So, given the time it takes to get there and the time we usually take to get ready, should we tell them to meet at around noon?
Gobs, you're the one that usually sleeps in.
Yes.
That's why
As
she
long as
picked
it's
noon.
after dawn.
Look, it's pretty draining, this thing. I'm tired a lot.
Isn't that just a drawback from not smoking anymore?
Maybe, but as I said, I've been making up for that with a lot of sweets.
Yeah, so shouldn't you just be hyperactive from all the sugar?
I think
That
that
is
may be why
actually
I'm
that is actually a myth. Sugar does not cause you to be hyperactive. So it does
exactly.
give you a good burst of short-term energy.
Also, goblins process sugar like you guys process grains.
Hmm. Interesting. I did not
Slow
know
and
that
steady.
about goblin biology.
Oh, I'll show you all about goblin biology if you wanna.
La 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 la. I'm going to bed now.
Okay.
Anyway, I'd say yes, let's rest until tomorrow, and I tell them that we meet there at 10 then.
Sure.
All right.
That works.
How long will it take us to get there? Like travel time?
It's probably good for 30 to 45 minutes to get there.
All right. Then yes, I'll text the number, the address. I'll specify the floor we intend to meet on. If there's a room number, I'll give them that as well.
Yeah, it's not a room number. It's a large meeting room on the penthouse floor.
Yeah, I'll just specify that then, and then the date of the following day, as well as 10 a.m.
So, and you send it that evening.
Yes.
You get a text back almost immediately. I know the place well. See you tomorrow.
I'm almost tempted to reply with a smiley. You know what? Fuck it. Replies with a smiley. And yeah, I'm guessing early night.
Anything anybody else would like to do that evening before going to bed?
As usual, reading my books.
So what were you guys doing today, and why do you smell like blood?
They wanted to help the war effort.
Abraham, give me an Arcana check, please.
That is true. We went over to assist in the Free People's Ward instead of just sitting around with our hands on our asses.
So, Abraham, so you read both the books like you normally do. Pages of your spell book, and as you kind of flitter the pages back to the right as you're getting ready to close it, you do notice something, and you don't know because you're tired. You don't have time to sit down and look at it in depth now, but you kind of notice as you flip the pages backwards that on the left hand pages, about every 5 or 6 pages, there's a word that's slightly bolder than the other ones. It's very minute, and it's not. It's you haven't noticed it before because you're not usually flipping the pages that casually. But when they were fluttering by, they stuck out.
Take some investigation to figure that one out. But if it's not time to do so, I'll go to sleep.
Yeah, it's one of those. You're probably going to have to flip through 800 or 900 pages.
Well, that's not going to do well for my sleep if I do that all night. And we got an important meeting.
That's a choice that's up to you.
No, I'm not going to do it right now. We have an important meeting tomorrow. So we'll wait. Go to sleep. Make note of it. Mental note.
Anyone else doing anything that evening?
Just making sure Gobs is caught up what has happened during the day.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gobs, you are slightly offended that that Nari got a proposal, right? Like, well, what's wrong with me? Why didn't he want me to be the third wife?
Yeah, no,
She'll be offended until she hears that it was failed, or then, oh. Yeah, I don't envy that.
I would
Look.
feel like Gobs would envy that
No, look.
highly.
No, look here. Failtor is extremely attractive. I would absolutely smash, but I'm not marrying him. He's not marrying material.
third wife material.
Besides, what I want him is on his knees, and I
Wait,
don't
whoa,
think he'd agree to
whoa.
that.
Oh, whoa.
Slow down. Let me write this down.
Fanfic coming up.
Wait, as in he would be on his knees, or it hangs down to his knees?
Who knows?
Both, preferably. Goblins are
Okay, no,
very
los dos.
flexible.
Gobs wants to sit on a kitchen counter and then have Felter on his knees.
All right, well let's keep going. We're trying to take a turn.
Okay.
I can't wait for the fan art.
More details, I see. Okay.
All
I mean, I
right.
told you, fanfic.
Just they use AI to make that art for you.
Oh
No,
God, no.
No, we're good. We're good.
If you could add a little
It's
collar
the
that
next
fluffy.
morning. I don't want to hear whatever the hell you're about to say.
La 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 la.
Good lord.
So
I
Nate
love how
takes that cold shower.
All right.
No offense, I love it that it's the married man
And-
that's like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best
And
part.
he wants to check on Talah
So
before going to bed.
okay.
So knock knock.
Doors open.
Yep. So everything good? You kind of rushed off to bed.
Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of actually willingly going to a hag.
Yeah. It doesn't sound too good. I mean, I'm no expert on hags, but yeah, I mean, beggars can't be choosers right now, but still, I just feel like we're the only ones really worrying about it.
Like, is it so bad that we worry about the stuff that's going on?
I don't know. Kind of odd being called a worry ward. Just for that. I mean, we are constantly almost dying.
Yeah. Never really
But
thought that was where life was gonna go.
yeah, no. Uh, but so we're gonna see the hack tomorrow, just to see what that all is, and if it leads anywhere. We're not agreeing to any deals, right?
No.
So, anything else I need to know?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, then I will be heading to bed. Also, Nate is gonna lean in and give her a kiss on the forehead and say, "Failso, I don't like him." And then he's gonna rush off.
I don't like him either.
Good.
Sometime.
Scene transition.
Please?
Loading,
Anyone?
No.
please.
No. Not until you spoon.
With Abraham.
Okay, I crawl. Nate crawls into bed with Abram and spoons.
Nice.
Ooh, spicy. Why do you smell like oats? Oh yeah, right.
Alright, it's the next morning. As is typical, Otho, you're up with dawn at the dawn, crack of dawn.
Hmm.
Nate
I cracked
shortly
the
after.
door wide open.
I like to think that Otho's just standing out on the balcony, naked, proudly waiting for the sun to come up.
Well, I do gotta bask sometimes, you know.
Out
Nathaniel,
towards the
this is
street.
all for you.
People
Also, what did
walking by.
Otho think of his little present when he got into his room?
I'm just waiting for him to molt one day.
Did you tell him what his present was that was waiting in his room?
I mean, I told John, but I'm unsure if he remembers. Because
I
it's
am
been a
going
while
to-
since I told him.
I am going to be honest, I do not remember what you told them.
You have a giant heating lamp installed over your bed.
Ah, beautiful.
I installed that for you.
Did you expect him to leave the apartment then? That's gonna be way harder.
Good.
He actually overstepped with 3 minutes.
Oh my! He's almost missed the dawn.
He rushes out to the balcony. Did I miss it?
Nathaniel, can you turn it back a second? I was late.
And
That
the
would be
sun
the-
just rewinds. What?
That would be the most wasteful use of divine intervention.
I love it.
I forgot my priorities.
Please main canon.
But think about what the rest of the world would think. Like, huh?
Huh? What the fuck? It would be
Why
on the
didn't-
news that the sun just rewinded a
We
little.
were blinded for like 3 minutes.
Everyone's clocks are now off.
No. They all went back 3 minutes too.
Nathaniel's Pharaoh.
Of
But
course.
I'm also going to ask the important question. Anything we think would be useful for me to prepare since we are going to meet a hag?
Mm.
Remove curse.
Yeah, how
Already
about
had-
my spells?
I already have remove curse prepared.
I have greater
Nate is
restoration
gonna
prepared.
Google hags.
Mm,
Cure poison.
I do not have cure poison prepared. Just give me a moment.
Then just lesser restoration. I think that also does it.
I do have lesser restoration.
I have that prepared.
So we have it
Can
twice.
I roll investigation on finding hag information?
Sure.
That isn't just hot old ladies.
Maybe.
A different kind of hack maxing.
Oh, that's a terrible roll.
You're able to find, general information about them. What language they speak. That they're very tricky. You definitely learned that they are Fey heritage, so that's probably a good news for you. Some different types of hags are more resistant to damage and different kinds of damage than others, and that's about as deep as you get with a 20.
Okey-dokey. So some damage, good. Some others, not. No specifics. Good.
Goody. Gumdrops.
So treat them as Fae. Gotcha.
Maybe some resist energy type thing in case they decide to go for like thunderbolts, fireballs, stuff like that. Other than that, I can't really think of much. You don't get counterspell, do you?
No, that's Abraham's territory.
Yeesh. Counter spell.
Abraham, have you prepared counterspell?
It's never been unprepared.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, I too prepare my spells.
Oh,
by
yes,
the
I
way,
should also do
I
that.
need your survival check, and I need to know what you're making for breakfast.
So the the ratio of oatmeal to pancake is slowly becoming more pancake and less oatmeal. So it's soon reaching a 50-50.
All right, give me that check.
Awesome.
See how you did with the oatmeal / pancakes this morning.
So the oatmeal's doing terrible because apparently I am focusing on the pancakes that
Yep.
are great.
Hey, you know, this is definitely becoming a real relationship. The man doesn't get to put effort into what's important to him and has to focus all of his efforts on what the woman wants.
Wow.
It's truth.
Not saying that's wrong, but
I'm not saying that's wrong. It's just
It's wrong, but it's not incorrect.
right.
Lara's over there feeling offended. She knows it's true.
Yeah, be honest with yourself. Anyways, so yeah, good hearty breakfast for everybody. So here's the important question. You told the hag to meet you at 10. When are you guys getting there? Because it'd be about 7
Early.
o'clock now.
I'm leaving to go pick up my amulet. So it'll be available the next day, right?
Yeah. So I'll say if you're going to swing by there to get the amulet,
Yep.
did they say late the next day?
I don't remember.
All right.
So you make that call. If it's going to be late the next day, then I won't do that.
I believe they said late the next day because normally it would have taken 2 days, but they said
Okay.
that they could put a rush on it and get it done late the next day.
That sounds good.
So like afternoon, like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
How about we just get there early? Also, I'm miserable this morning
Why are you miserable?
because Gobx normally gets up at noon.
Ah, okay. Just making sure I wasn't missing something.
No, you're not.
Okay. Any prep work you guys want to do before leaving and heading to the meeting spot?
Clean my guns, load my shotgun, bring it with me.
You don't have one of those.
Oh, damn it.
Othokent is gonna go over to dear Nathaniel and dear Talah and say, since you are so worried about the big scary hag, he's gonna cast Death Ward on both of them. And then pat them
8
on their
hours.
heads.
That won't be long enough to save them. I mean, yeah, no, that's a good idea.
It's 8 hours.
That's what I said. 8 hours won't be long enough to save them.
Of course it will.
Wait.
I'm Othokent.
I appreciate it, Otho. We just need to be wary of what's going on.
Yeah.
Do not worry, I am not going to take her any less seriously than all the other problems we faced so far. But me quivering in my boots before we even get there is only going to ruin my mental state.
Yeah, I've already died. Let's just get this over with.
Just treat
Almost
them like you
twice.
would any dangerous fae.
Yeah, trust me, dying isn't so bad.
Right.
It hurts while
she
you're doing
knows.
it.
I don't remember.
Bringing you back to life is quite costly, though.
I know, I paid. I still appreciate you doing it, though. Thank you. I
Friends
appreciate being
friends
alive.
value friends via diamonds.
Yeah.
Please stop dying.
It's hurting our bank account.
I don't know, it's
Well-
kind of addictive.
So I think so far that me and Talah are the only ones that haven't died.
And that's gonna stay that way.
Sure it is.
Well, of course, I'll never die.
Yes, voice in the sky.
I'm too
This is the
cool for
day
death.
where he actually kills Talah using one of the hags. I swear to God.
Hey, do me a favor. Can you roll a d3 to help me figure out which one's going to kill you?
Sure, of course.
I'm joking. Anyway.
Number one.
Too late.
Oh, well, that's not the
So
one
the
I
one
would
we're
pick.
seeing.
The frosted tongue. Oh, I wonder how she's gonna do it.
That's gonna be
Oh.
thematic.
Yeah, no, that'd be bad for Talah. Anyways, so yeah, you guys are able to gather your stuff together. You know, you have no problems crossing the Bronze Bridge, and because you still have the writ from Magellan, you're able to get into the building just fine. I'll say you get there about 30 minutes or so before the meeting. So in that last half hour, as you guys, so the room, it's clean. It's not, it's got a table, it's got chairs. It's a large, fancy pants meeting room. So anything anybody would like to do in the half hour before the meeting time?
Mm.
Not really. None that I can think of. Outside of checking the room for non-scrying equipment like cameras and so, just being thorough.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an
Mm,
investigation check.
Investigating for any like hack activity that you might already have been here to do stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and do so.
See invisibility, would that be canceled out by this room?
Yes,
Would invisibility be canceled out by this room?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, basically anything that magically either sees into or alters things that are seen in this room are canceled. So, Gobs, yeah, as you look around, definitely no cameras, no bugs. There's actually not even any power outlets. Once the doors are shut, the room is completely sealed off from sound and all external communications. Like your cell phone doesn't get coverage in here once the doors are shut. It's built specifically to be a secretive. What happens in this room stays in this room. Nothing planar near you at this time, Nate. Also, you don't seem to find anything out of the ordinary. Everything appears to just be a room. The only thing that's different is, you do notice the arcane inscriptions in the carpet, right? And also some arcane patterns in the roof and on the walls, which is part of the ceiling magic.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Could I-
nothing you would not expect to see here.
Would it be presumable that if I was to leave a familiar outside the room, that I wouldn't be able to communicate with it?
You can try.
I try.
It does not work when you're in the room.
Hmm.
When the doors are shut, specifically. When they're open, you can. But when they're shut, it doesn't work.
So if I drill a small hole in the door,
Yeah, we may not want people to know anyways, so we probably don't want to break the room.
Abraham, give me an Arcana check on that line of thought. You can tell that even down to the wallpaper, the shade of the carpet, the doors, all of that is part of the enchantment. If you were to physically destroy part of a door like that, there's a chance that it could cause the entire enchantment not to work.
Okay. I relay that. Tell them, don't damage anything. It'll break the enchantment that prevents scrying.
All right. So no spitting out my gum. Got it.
Note to self, if the hags turn against us, destroy things around the area.
Also, good. That's a good thought.
If the hag tries something, destroy the hag. Ha ha!
Bingo.
Also very good.
except the heart.
So let me ask this: at this
Kali
point,
Ma.
are the doors open or closed? Because so think of it, it's kind of a round room, and on opposite sides of the room, there's two big double doors.
Talah would have argued to keep the doors open while we were currently inspecting the room and then afterwards close them.
Same.
Okay.
Just make sure that everything's okay before closing doors and
So just-
blocking a path out.
So just to confirm, at this moment, both sets of doors are open.
While we're still looking around, yes.
Okay, we're about 5 minutes out from the meeting start.
I'd
this point.
say, yeah, actually, at 5 minutes out, Gobs would recommend we close them.
Yeah, Talah would have, while we're looking around the room, kind of searched for every possible way out of the room.
There's 2 ways out, the 2 sets of doors.
Were there no windows at all?
Not in this room,
Okay,
the internal room.
okay. So just the doors. Gotcha.
Yep. I mean, there's tiny air conditioning vents. We're not talking like die-hard size. We're talking like bank vault size, the type of vents that they use for bank vaults and whatnot.
Yeah, Talah can change and get out.
Talah could get in or out of it, but screw everybody else, I guess.
Polymorph.
Yes, so you can save Nate.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, but I'm saving Gobs.
No!
Hoes before bros, right?
What? No!
Gobs is definitely a hoe.
You know it.
I mean, yeah, that's much is true, but...
Bad Dragon is her stage name. Anyways.
That's what Felter doesn't like her. She's claiming to be a dragon while she's not.
So what do you think she uses that arm for at night?
No, we're moving on. We're moving on. So
I just want to point out, I
feels
said
that-
nothing throughout this whole thing.
feels
That
the
was all
void.
you guys.
you let it happen, though.
You let it. There was a smile on your face the entire time.
He was basically doing stuff.
he was punching it into the AI art generator.
He was enjoying the idea.
He
Mhm.
was punching it.
Uh,
Actually, I was looking up on Bad Dragon failed sword. Nothing comes up.
well,
Oh,
right,
boy.
you have to be a platinum purchaser to get access to that line. Anyways, so it's kind of right exactly at 10 o'clock on the dot. You hear a gentle light knock on the door that would have come from so one exit leads back into like the offices where the other entrance is straight off the elevator, like the hallway from the elevator. So it's the one from the elevator you see here the knock.
Talah would be moving towards the other doors.
I'm gonna
Walter
walk over
White?
and open it.
As you open it, you see a familiar little boy. Where did I put him?
In before the
here's
most
Squeaky.
creepy, uncanny Valley Boy picture ever.
No. Why's my brain not working?
It's just a picture of me in a wig.
That would be hot.
Oh my word.
Yes, a wig and nothing else.
Yep.
I've got too many discords open.
Othokent, nude with a
You
wig.
see him. So, a halfling boy.
Frodo.
Yeah, he's about 11 or 12-ish is the impression you get. Anybody who is trained in insight, go ahead and give me an insight check when you see this little boy.
I've rolled a 2 there.
Oof. Inspiration?
I mean, I still got a
Trained
14.
in insight. We're all trained
We
in
are
insight.
all trained in insight. We are all paranoid fucks.
So
Yes.
Gobs and Nate are going to notice a bit more. So first and foremost, for everybody except for Abraham, because you're terrible with children that aren't dragons. So for
I got a
Talah
thing
and
with
Otho,
dragons.
you see the boy. You can obviously sense there's something off about him. As far as just his normal reactions don't seem how a child should be reacting. And you notice, oh, it's actually a halfling. but he doesn't seem scared or upset or yeah, thanks for that. Or worried or anything along those lines. And actually, I need to do something.
I mean, Talah is wary as it is, so.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm hunting for something real quick.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
I'm hunting dice.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
That's the best one.
Yes, that's so good.
Oh, that's not the right dice. Bag.
Cutest thing I've seen in my
Sorry,
whole life.
I had to.
What?
Oh, doing the that's the cutest thing I've ever seen thing.
You may not know that meme.
Oh, that's sad.
Aw, that is sad. Someone send him that meme.
I damn near died the first time I saw that clip.
Yeah, I laughed my ass off.
All right. So yeah, and then for Nate and Gobs, Nate, because you're watching out real tightly, and for Gobs because you're so close and you've kind of seen this same look in your own eyes at times. It's his look on his face isn't like unconcerned, it's vacant. There is, as far as you can tell, nothing behind those eyes. It's dead, lifeless, just he exists. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Hmm?
So, and yeah, when you open the door, he steps to the side and he opens the other door. And you can see an old woman with a tattered shawl around her, human woman, with a cane, kind of walking up to the door. Well, now, you have found a good place to meet. May I come in?
Sister Loranthus.
Yes.
Yes, please do.
Excellent. And as she steps past you and she starts to enter the door, that little woman figure begins to morph into this horrid, almost 8-foot tall, frost-burnt looking skinned, tree coming out of her back, knobbed, hideous creature. As she steps in, she has to duck under the door frame and lean in. And she puts her hand up over the door frame as if she's trying to pull her size in. Frost white hair, her teeth look like ice crystals. As she's smiling maniacally as she steps in, you can even see froth dribbling out of her mouth as she breathes. It's that frosty white exhale.
Talah
Oh,
is standing
gang's
immediately
all
next to the other door.
She goes, oh, the gang's all here. Wonderful. And then she reaches and she just, like, her hand is gigantic compared to the little boy. She just wraps her hand around.
Counterspell.
What's that?
I got counterspell on my lips, essentially.
Yep. She wraps her hand completely around his head and jerks him inside. And she goes, oh, make yourself useful. Go find me something to drink. And just tosses him out into the hallway. And the boy kind of tumbles and then he just has zero reaction to it. And he stands up and begins to walk to go try to find something for her to drink.
I closed the door.
Oh, good help is so hard to find these days. My idiot sister blew all semblance of thought out of that thing's mind. But he does take orders well. My. The stories I've been hearing about this troop. There's all kinds of interesting people looking for you.
And who would that be?
Oh, you know. The cat man that's looking for her, or for him and her. Oh my, look at her. She's more beautiful than I thought she'd be. She's so afraid.
Wait,
What's wrong?
He's looking for her.
He's looking for her because he has her hair. Makes it easy for him to track her.
What a weirdo.
Yes. He's looking for you because you are valuable. And then there's the gentleman. He's always interested in paying for word of you. Interestingly enough, there was also a lawyer who's been trying to find a way to contact you. Don't know what that one's about yet, but we'll learn soon enough. But that's not why we're here. Come, let's sit down. We're all friends here.
All right.
We'll sit. That's
She
not
sh-
we can agree on.
Did anybody shut the second doors?
I'll make sure the doors are closed.
Yes, but Talah's standing next to them.
Yeah, so you're standing towards the ones out the opposite way.
Yes.
You came to my attention because you were looking for something that offends me and my sisters. I don't know why. And frankly, I don't care why you need heart stones. But I'm here to offer you a proposition. If you're willing to hear it.
Oh, we're definitely willing to hear it. Of course, we can't promise we'll accept until we've heard it.
Fantastic. You see, my sisters are offended by the line of questioning and the fact that someone other than a fellow hag would have possession of one of our cousins and sisters' hearts. So, they've decided they want to kill all of you. Isn't that wonderful?
Rude.
However, I'm sorry?
I just repeated what Othokent said. Yeah, a bit rude.
Well, you know, imagine if I said I wanted to come and take their hearts. You wouldn't like that, now would you?
I mean, we've not named any names. I don't think I'd care if you wanted, like, lizard folk heart. I actually think they're sold in specialty stores.
Well,
Don't remind
not in the normal parts of the city. However, we hags are a little bit more, less understanding about those sorts of things. So, my older sister has come up with a brilliant plan. You see, they're afraid of you. They've heard rumors about some of the friends you've made. A certain red dragon seems to be very affectionate towards some of you. The fact that you've come in and out of Gilgamesh's tower is well known to us, being brokers of information that we are. So, our brilliant strategy to kill you all is to lure you into our domain, where we will have the advantage, and all three of us will attack and kill you at once. Aha!
Talah's, Talah's
and-
hand reaches the door.
And here's the best part. They have me here to convince you to come with me to help me kill my sisters. That's their brilliant plan. That I'm going to come to you and tell you that I want to betray my sisters. Can you believe that? They thought you would actually believe that.
Not gonna lie, I likely would have if you hadn't told me all the other things beforehand.
Right. So here's the real twist of the knife. I do want to betray my sisters. They
Why?
think I'm coming here to convince you to come with me so that the three of us can kill you. But I want all of us to kill them.
May I ask? I can imagine why, but I just, for my own sake, want to hear this. Why do you want to kill them?
Inside check. Fuck.
Yep.
I also already asked why before she continued.
All right, so I'm gonna give you her explanation, and then I'll tell you what you read. Okay.
Good.
Yep. Also, I would, after she explained World Ends Up, I'll just do it now so they're together.
Yeah, go ahead and do your insight checks. Talah with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
Still the same. Still 14.
So the three of us put together vote on everything. But here's the problem. I'm the youngest of the three. And every vote that's not unanimous ends up being 2-1. And I'm always the one. I'm tired of being the one that's subservient to two. So I think it's about time for me to be the only one. I'm tired of doing all the cooking. I'm tired of being the one that leaves the hovels and comes to meetings like this. I'm tired of having to clean up after them. Do you have any idea how disgusting a hag's chamber pot is?
No, but I think I just learned a new curse word.
Yes, especially when Auntie Flo is visiting. Oh, you couldn't imagine it. Getting that black ichor out of that, it's just awful. It's just awful. And while I do appreciate my sisters, I do feel the last 80 years or so, they just vote against me because they think it's funny, even when I am right. So, here's my offering to you. Come with me. We enter our coven. You help me defeat my sisters and take their lives. You get their hearts. I get everything else. For the people who rolled above a what is her charisma bonus? If you rolled above a 4, you do not detect any lie. Abraham, it's kind of hard to read because I think you're distracted. So do me a favor, Abraham. Give me an Arcana check. Perfect. So looking at her, you're kind of distracted because she's not a common type of hag. She's what's called an anise hag. And all of your thoughts about an anise hag and how one of them could be here and all that kind of stuff is distracting you.
They're massive brutes.
Yes. Yes, she is very large. She's as big as you can be without being large.
May I ask?
Of course, dear boy.
You say you're tired of doing all that, but if you're the only one left, you're still going to be doing that.
Oh, there's two lines of thought of that, right? So tell me, if you've ever sat down on a wet toilet seat, yes, it's disgusting when it's somebody else's, but when it's your own flavor, you just clean it up and move on. So that's part of it, but there's also other ways for me to get assistance. I mean, just because the boy had his mind corrupted by my sister, that doesn't mean that I can't keep him. He does follow orders well, and he never says a word.
I think you might also be able to find assistance on only hacks.
Oh, we own that domain. It's really just a catfishing signal. We use it to find desperate men who are willing to look past our looks, and then we eat them. And not in the way they want. And then she tries to wink at Talah when she says that.
So you're telling me that Black Boots here is not, never mind.
I have a different question. That kid, what did he do to actually deserve this?
Oh, I don't really remember. It was my sister who did all of that to him.
Do you think he'd be able to answer if asked?
I've never heard him say a word. I don't think there's enough left in that head of his for him to feel or care. That's part of the reason why we keep him around. It's not fun to kill something that doesn't scream. About that time, the door opens and the boy comes walking in with a glass of water, sets it next to her, and she just picks it up and she starts to drink the water. And then she just, again, grips his whole head and just kind of throws him on the ground and then sets her big giant foot on top of his head. He doesn't make a sound. He's bleeding from his ear from the pressure from it and doesn't react to it at all. He's a good little pet. If you'd like, I could even sweeten our deal. I'm sure you could find uses for someone like this. Or maybe we could see if we could get my sister to make one for you of your own before. I'm open to negotiation.
And the problem I'm seeing right now is we have the need for 4 hearts. You're
We
giving
need
us 2.
4?
I checked the notes. It says 4.
No, it doesn't. It's 2. It's 4 sapphires. 2 heartstones.
Nope, I'm seeing 4 heartstones in the notes.
You've got your notes wrong.
Hmm.
Alright, well, that makes that easy.
And I wouldn't have said anything.
Never mind.
Yeah, I just saw it get corrected right in front of my eyes. All right. So just to clarify, we're just going to walk into your coven,
Mm-hmm.
do the murdery business to your sisters, and I
Mm-hmm.
suppose any minions they may decide to bring to the whole thing.
Oh, there won't be any of them. They're not combat, though they are used for physical things.
All right.
She says
Uh,
that while she's staring at Nate.
And then we carve out their hearts, I suppose, and leave.
Oh, I'll take care of that part.
Well, that saves us the trouble.
Yes, I wouldn't want you to break a nail.
I don't think I can. Anyway, so since we're going to be doing it this way, what can you tell us about your sister's capabilities then?
Oh, they are rather tricky in their own ways. Of course, they all have the ability to cast spells. Drealock is very good at making you see things or understand things or do things. It was her who blew the thought out of this one's mind. Also, she can move through shadows. So, those sorts of things. Gloomus, she's a little bit different. She's more so, and I misspoke there. I apologize. Let me go back there. So Drelock is very much good about crowding what you see and what she wants you to see. Clouding vision, moving vision, things along those lines. She can also
Illusions.
change what you remember. Yes, illusions. But hers can have a bite to them. Gloomus is the one who's very good at manipulating the minds of others. You cannot trust what you see with either of them. The good news is that you will also have me to assist. And while they may be greater than me when it comes to wordplay, when it comes down to actually spilling blood, I win. But I can't kill them both at once, otherwise I would have done it already.
I suspected as much. Actually, I thought there'd be like some sort of coven thing that specifically prevents that. So that would have been why you needed us.
No, nothing like that. How could you enforce it?
I don't really understand how coven magic works. Always been intrigued, but never really dabbled.
Yes, well, I believe it would require all three of us to work together, which is not something that's really ever happened.
Fair enough. Seems straightforward. Would this be something we do today, or would this be something where we set a time for it, like in 2 days or something?
Oh, the sooner the better. I don't feel like cleaning out the crap pots again.
It's more for appearance sake. They might get suspicious if we just agree to come immediately.
Oh, well, they knew I was meeting with you. They just believe that I'm convincing you I'm on your side when I'm really not.
Hmm. Would you mind that
So,
we take a moment to talk internally?
Oh, of course. She stands up, and again, she just reaches down and, again, by his head, picks up the boy. And she just goes, "We'll be outside." And she just kind of walks out with her arm to the side. And she's just dragging him. And he's just staring at the wall as he gets dragged outside. She shuts the door behind her. And as she exits through the door, it automatically she fades back into the old woman in a cloak appearance.
All right, we'll be right with you again.
Don't take too long.
So now looking towards the others, after having closed the door, what are we thinking?
Hmm.
Well, the hag that she is very conceited, narcissistic, hateful, capable of spreading confusion and suspicion wherever she goes. I don't trust her, but then again, saying she hates her sisters is kind of on character for her.
She reminds me of the Heart of Winter.
I can understand that. Are you holding up all right?
No,
Will you be able to hold up for the rest of this, or would you like to step out?
I'm really trying, Gobs.
I know I'm asking if you want to step outside. It's all right if you can't go through the rest of this. That's fine.
I would hesitate to show weakness in front of her, but she probably already smells your fear.
I mean, that much was clear.
stay close to me, Talah.
Yeah,
As much
close
as
to an
I-
exit.
As much as I would, in many regards, love to just spit on her deal and go murder her sisters, the best and easiest way, I think, is to have her assistance and all of that.
I
Could put
don't
the
think
Oddborn
she's
on, maybe.
lying,
No, I'm not getting that either.
but she's not done. She
No.
wants more than this. We're just a means to an end.
Indeed, we are, and I think there's safety in that.
For
In that,
now,
in that the deal is pretty cut and dry. There don't seem to be a lot of room for interpretation or trickery. Go there, kill the sisters, take the hearts, leave. She gets to keep whatever else is there.
who's to say how much she's actually gonna help against her sisters? And not just if we are too bad off, gonna try and end us right then and there afterwards.
I imagine she could try and go for that.
Technically, we would be part of the whatever else is there at that moment.
If she
Well, then a bit.
if she tries to go for that, then I say we turn our weapons on her.
I would like to. We
If
need to
she
get that
decides,
boy out of her hands.
well, she did offer him, so I'd say we take her up on the offer and get him away. I don't know how mind magic works on the psyche, but I'd be willing to give it a shot to help the kid.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. We can get her to agree to that part and make sure that we specify that we are excluded from the everything else there part of the deal.
Of course. But she did offer up the kid earlier, so I don't think she's very attached to him in a lot of regards.
No, I think you might be right. I'm just thinking that when we're there, we may see more of them.
True. But apart from
I
that, if she
really.
does,
Sorry.
it's okay. But if she does try and betray us in any way, shape, or form, then we'll just be in the original situation that we thought we would be in and fighting 3 hags. If she decides to do it afterwards, well, then we'll be fighting 1 hag after we just fought 2.
Yeah. And with any luck, she might be injured by her own sisters as well. So, that could be a thing.
I mean, if she's this conceited and annoying, then I can only believe her sisters are worse.
I don't
There's
know.
also the slight chance that she's just playing 2 horses right now.
Yeah.
She's told her sisters that she's gonna trick us. Now she's telling us that she's actually double crossing them. She'll just look whichever way the fight goes and join that side.
That's what
I
I'm worried
also.
about.
Yeah, I also have a different question.
Yeah.
You, I, if sometimes management gets replaced, it can be much worse. What
Yeah.
if the sister that's currently leading is actually holding back a bunch of bad stuff? And once this sister gets access to all of it, it just becomes immensely worse.
It's possible.
That is very possible, yes. I'd say keeping the whole, killing her at that point on the table might be an idea then. It's not
I
like we're
really hate
bound
the
to
idea
never
of it,
harm her.
but I actually do feel like these hacks should just be removed entirely.
I don't disagree with you. But with that being said, if we could always ask her what her plans is when she's in power. If it sounds horrible, then we have a path forward. Kill her sisters, then kill her.
She has no need to tell us anything.
That is very true, but she might be willing to.
I doubt it.
I mean, she is willing to bet her lack of servitude on a group of strangers she's not sure if she can trust.
To be fair, again, she already told us what their plan is. This could just be, again, her putting a second smaller bet on us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just in the off chance that we end up winning, she can go, see, I helped you. You know, seize the opportunity and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like any of this.
There's
I
one
was
thing
about to say that.
Yeah, I don't like it either, but I was thinking if we can get the boy from her, that would probably be a good thing. I'd also ask if because her and her assistants are informants, like they work with information dealing. She might be able to give us the location of that cat. If she's able to do that on top of this, I'm kind of willing to work with her.
Yeah, just as a note, the three sisters are well-known information brokers.
Isn't
It's
he
just
going
people
to
don't
show
like
up
to
on
use
his
them because
own?
they don't usually. It's not money that you pay them to get information.
Yeah, he's
So-
likely going to show up on his own, but I'd really rather prefer to show up at his apartment at 2 a.m. when he's asleep.
With a baseball
Yeah.
bat.
But I'm not doing a deal with the hag, and this is already borderline a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least there's one positive we can always look at if we do go through with this. We
Yep.
will have removed 2 terrible hags from the world.
Indeed,
I'd
and
vote for free.
if need be, we'll remove a third.
I mean, you do also seem to forget that if she decides to be uppity, we do have options in technology.
What do you mean?
Well, we can keep track of where the hell their coven is, you know?
How?
Doesn't your phone have a GPS in it?
True, true.
I mean, that might be an option. I'm not sure whether or not they have blockers or such things in the hag coven. And then if she decides to be uppity in any way, well, we can bring a lot of people down on her head who may very well not agree with anything she does, just causing more problems for her anyway.
I still want to see if we can wrangle this so we can get the location of that catboy out of her. It might not be possible, but it's worth a try. Because I'm really tired of him going around stalking us. I want that to stop.
And through all of
What
this,
was-
I'm wondering whether or not we're being listened into.
Oh, absolutely. I would honestly be offended if she wasn't.
Wouldn't make
What
sense
was
if she
that with
wasn't.
the lawyer?
No idea.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't talk to lawyers.
I guess technically I'm part of a lab's intellectual property, but I don't think they'd go that route.
Lawyers
That's-
just bring issues and drama. I don't talk to them.
I would take the deal. We don't have many choices for finding our own hag hearts.
That is very true. Also, as she said, they are planning on killing us. If this plan fell through, they'd likely just attack us in other ways.
Look,
So-
I'm willing to help you guys with all of this. I'm just not signing any deal here.
Same.
Oh, when it comes to the Fae, there's no signing necessary.
I will not be part of a deal. Let me phrase it like that then. I'm
That's fine.
willing to help you with a deal you make.
I'll lay whatever is needed on the line from myself. It's no issue.
That's fine, Talah. I'm sure we can find a way to make that work. I wouldn't want you to enter the deal if you don't want to.
Like I said, I am not afraid of some half-baked fae. I've already fought 3 full-baked ones, and I'm still alive.
Right, let's go fetch her then. Do you need a moment to steady yourself, Talah?
I highly doubt that I can, so just go for it.
All right. Gobs is going to go and open the door.
So when you open the door, you can see her and the boy are sitting on the floor over by the elevators. And she's pulled like 20 or 30 of his hairs out and then tied them together, and she's doing cat's cradles with them, with his hair that she pulled out of his head. He's got a little bit of blood running from his forehead from where she just jerked it out.
What's cat's cradle?
The thing where you do with strings and you tangle them in different patterns.
Oh, that.
Oh, come to a decision, have we?
I believe we have. Would you
Excellent.
like to come back in so we can finish talking?
I'd be thrilled.
And I appreciate you giving us the time.
Of course. I'm nothing if not reasonable. She gets up and she just kind of pushes off the boy. He's like, and she just goes, "Oh, please keep up." And then she stands up and walks in. And the boy follows in behind her. Once the door's shut, she goes, "All right, so have we come to an agreement?"
I think we have. You offered up that particular boy as a part of the agreement, yes?
Oh, I suppose. I don't have much use for him. He's not exactly good conversation. He's not old enough for other things, and he's not fattened up enough for eating.
So, if he can be a part of the deal, there's also a few things we need to clarify, just for security reasons. I hope you understand.
Oh, of course.
You said we would have the hearts, but everything else there would be yours. Does that exclude us as we are there?
Yes, you're not owned by us yet. You haven't made a deal along those lines.
And if we make this
You're
deal with you now, that will not make us part of it.
correct. I'm subcontracting to you, not taking ownership.
All right. Yeah, I think that is what we discussed. Looking over towards Abraham.
It sounds fine to me.
Wisdom in the elderly is such a wonderful trait.
We get the hearts, we leave, and you don't hunt us down.
Of course not. Be awful hard for me to make deals with other people if I betray those that have garnered my services and vice versa. This is a business arrangement.
May I ask for another thing while we are discussing business?
You
These are
can
just questions.
ask.
If you do not wish to answer, then of course just say so. With your sisters gone, what are your plans for the business? Will you just continue as usual, or will there be changes?
Of course, they'll continue as normal, but instead of having to divide the power and the riches between three, when it's really divided between two, and all I get is the scraps, it will allow me to grow at least as strong as we were together. And then I can enjoy the fruits of my labors.
So
Think of
no,
it like a hostile takeover.
very well.
I get all the dividends.
All right. That was one question. Another. There's
Hold.
Okay, yes,
I get to ask a question in return.
of course.
What is her name? She seems awful afraid of me. Speak up, little girl. What's your name?
What do you want her name for?
I want to hear her say it. Please.
My name's Talah.
I know. It's dripping with fear. It's intoxicating.
Could you please stop tormenting my teammate now?
I'll try, but no promises. Ask a question if you wish, but know I get one in return.
Hmm. In that case, I don't think I have more questions.
Oh, the little one is becoming wise. Very good. Understand. Once we enter the cottage, we'll be in Gloomus's room. And once the fight starts, we win or we all die.
And you plan on fighting with us from the very moment we start, then?
You won't be able to defeat them both at the same time without me.
Very well. Just will this count as us having made a deal with you, or is this, as you mentioned, subcontracting?
Any agreement with a hag is a deal of sorts, but you're not bound magically or anything like that. It's just your word. And understand, if you betray me, and my sisters don't kill me, there'll be nowhere you could hide from me.
Of course. Also, a bit of clarification here. Uh, Talah here has asked to be formally excluded from the deal, but will still be helping us. This is just a legal formality. I trust you will have no objection to that.
He
Me
just
as
looks.
well.
She looks at Talah. Let me be clear. If we fail to kill my sisters, they'll kill all of us, regardless of what's agreed upon in this room. And if you betray me, and they don't destroy me, I'll kill everyone you've ever loved.
We are here to help our friends, not you.
Fantastic. I've made my stance on this clear, I believe.
Indeed.
I'm a wonderfully loyal friend, but I am a vengeful enemy. Fulfill your part of it, and it doesn't matter after that.
All right.
Die in the process. Those are the breaks. Betray me, and
And you'll be yes, 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 yes.
you'll be the sole focus of my attention until I'm compensated for that. Walk away, and eventually me and my sisters will find you when you're not expecting it. And we've both lost our opportunities to get what we want.
Would your information network be able to find anything about a creature by the name of the Nightmare King?
I've heard of him. I know he has done work for various Fey Lords in the past. I'm sure once I have full control of the network, I could find something about that. But you would be very much stretching the value of your services here.
Oh, we're just having a conversation. We're not talking about this deal.
Oh, we could probably make another deal to get more information, depending on the type of information and what precisely you're looking for.
Well, I'll keep that in mind for the future then.
Okay, I think we reached a conclusion.
Hey, real
about-
quick, Abraham, I do want you to give me an insight check on Talah when you bring up the Nightmare King.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, no, you're like, oh, she's just scared of the hag.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she's shaking her head no.
Can I roll?
Yes.
Nate is on full alert right now. He
With
is not
advantage.
taking any of her bullshit.
Plus, Nate knows Talah like no other. Yep.
Talah is not happy about anything to do with her mom being brought up around the hag, even if it's the enemy of her mom.
Yep.
That was not something she wanted. As soon as the Nightmare King was mentioned, she went from being scared to on alert and shaking her head no. So, do we have a deal? You get the hearts and the boy, and I get the throne of information in the cottage, and all the power therein.
You said there was a cat looking for us. Would your network be able to give us the location of him once this is all over?
Yes, but that would cost extra.
I suspect as much. It's more I wanted to know if you were capable, which it sounds like. You know, if he's a customer of yours, I imagine you wouldn't be selling him out.
Oh, depends on the cost. But that's a question. Now I get to ask one. What's Project 13? Or no, it is 11. What's Project 11?
Let me just find
No
my notes.
lying.
Oh, this is me looking in my notes because I don't remember off the top of my head. It's gonna take a bit, this.
Which it doesn't have to be Gobs that answers. If anybody else knows it off the top of their heads, they can answer.
I'm not talking.
Nate is biting his tongue.
It bleeds.
I will be honest. John nor Othokent does not remember. That's why I'm not saying anything.
Othokent would absolutely remember.
Fair enough. John does not.
To make it easier for you guys, whenever you guys went to the Ethereum Sanctum, the case that was in the vault was Project 11.
Yeah.
It's the cube. Project 11 is the memory cube.
Ah. Well, Othokent kinda peeks an eye over to Abraham.
Yeah.
Just stop me if I go too far. But saying it's a blueprint for something very important wouldn't be wrong.
Half truths are still lies.
That's very vague. But it seems very valuable. So for that little piece of tidbit, I'll share this with you. The cat is not in the city at this time. If you want to be more specific, I'll be more specific.
I believe we have what we need as far as the hag hearts go. The rest of this conversation is very much extra.
Yeah, I'd say we are able to form a deal on the heart situation.
Well, shake on it, and she holds her hand out.
Abe will shake her hand.
Wonderful. Silinar, you're now the property of these people. Try not to screw everything up.
Property.
Oof.
Interesting word choice.
Uh-huh.
Well, shall we go? I'm supposed to come back with you.
Yes,
Of
I think
course.
we should.
Let me just pick up my backpack.
So let's go visit the cottage. You'll love it.
Seeing as they expect you'll be betraying them, I presume we'll be able to use various forms of buffing magic on ourselves first. Yes? That wouldn't seem out of place.
Oh, it may put them on guard immediately. I believe the plan was hopefully to sneak you in to make it seem like you're there to be a deal, right? And then they turn on you. Is how I'm these layers upon layers of deception is confusing. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. I was supposed to tell you that we were here to make a deal to give you information on someone named Carrie. And that would get you to come with me. And that's what I was, yeah, it's confusing. That's what I was supposed to tell you that I was telling them. And then this is why Gloomus does all of this. All right? I'm not for all of these 7 layers of deception. I'm very straightforward. So let's say this. I'll leave it up to your best discretion. If you come in with spells like that on you, they will know and be jump straight into fighting. Where if you're wanting to get closer before engaging in them, then I wouldn't. But it's up to you. But either way, we should really be going.
Yeah. I'll leave that up to the wisdom of Abraham and Abraham Otho and, well, everyone else. What do we do in that regard then?
And it's going to take you about an hour to get to where you're going. Because it's in the Green Dragon District. And you would have heard about this place. You might not have ever gotten to the point to understand that the three sisters were the source of the cottage. The cottage is known as a place to go to get information. But the costs for that information are usually not
Steep.
enjoyable.
It's a
Because they
place
don't
to go
take
if you're
money,
desperate.
they take something else that matters.
So if you desperately need information at all costs, is sort of what it is.
Yeah.
But from what that stands, I've already cast whatever spells I thought might be useful.
Okay.
Though that can be excused as a precaution for a lot of other things.
Sure.
Personally, I'm ready whenever everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I got my armor, got my shield.
So she's walked out of the room at this point, and she's walked over and hit the button for the elevator.
I think we'll just be following her, following along then.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me the elevator has like the doom do 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 doom music as we're going down.
So as you guys are standing outside the elevator, did anybody get the boy?
Yep.
Yes, I'll take. Well, Talah has the boy.
Talah's
He's-
trying to lead the boy gently.
Yeah, if you take his hand, he follows you
Yeah.
without any problem. But he's literally just vapidly staring into nothingness.
Can the
We
boy
hope
find
we
his
don't
way
need
through
a
the
Hangit's
city?
magic.
Like, can we tell him where to go and he'll go there? Or
Oh
is-
yes, he runs errands for us frequently. Just don't have him send any messages. He can't talk.
All right.
Can I use a healing word on him to undo the scratches and wounds that he has on him currently?
Mm-hmm. If you'd like to.
Yes, please.
Yep. He doesn't respond to it whatsoever.
Hmm.
Oh, and I would warn you. You might want to order him to take a bath every so many days. He does smell. And if he won't do anything unless you tell him to do it. Whether that's eating, relieving himself, you know, all those things. Like a little dog. You have to train him. Bing! Elevator doors open. She steps in. Going down with me, or would you like to wait for another?
I don't mind going down.
Excellent.
I'll follow her.
I'll wait
I'll wait for the next one.
with Talah.
Huh?
Yeah, there's only so much space in the elevator, so
Of course. Elevator music is not on, as this place has been repurposed into a military base. But yeah,
Aw.
so you guys are able to get down on the elevator without too much trouble. And then you guys are proceeding. You would go across the Bronze Gate and probably go ahead and hop on the monorail to take it around, because that's going to
Monorail.
be easier. Don't start singing the monorail song again.
Wait, is there a monorail song?
Oh yes.
Yes.
From The Simpsons.
You wanna
From
hear
The
it?
Simpsons. No, we don't.
If you can send me a link, then yes, but I don't want to hear you sing it right now.
Aw.
Aww. But it was so good last time.
But yeah, he just the boy just, if he takes your hand, he squeezes it, or he holds it, cups his hand just enough for it to be held, and just follows along. When you sit down and you kind of pull his arm down a little bit, and he'll sit down with you, or if you say, "Hey, sit down," he just sits down next to you. But his eyes, it's like he's staring at something 1,000 miles away. Anything you guys would like to do as you're approaching the end of the trip to the cottage?
I'm good.
What do you plan on bringing the boy in with us? Asked Talah.
No.
Okay, so what do you plan on doing with him in the meantime?
I don't know.
I guess he's gonna need to stay in the side here.
Oh, we leave him outside all the time. You just tell him to sit, and he'll stay there like a good little boy.
He's not
I don't
a
like
dog.
the idea, but
No, dogs are lovable. This is our stop. And as you guys
out
get
of
off, go ahead.
out of character, what spells did Otho cast?
I guess Death Ward.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing that's been cast.
Yeah, and there's plenty of reasons why I would cast Death Ward on other people,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
if we have an assassin
I
chasing
just
us.
wanted to make sure what's going on right now.
Sure.
Okay. Then
It's a
nothing
quick
else.
failsafe.
And
Mhm.
as we get to the end of the monorail, and you guys start to get off, you guys would be in the gold district or gold neighborhood.
Before
And-
we enter the cottage, I'd like to cast the invisibility.
Yep. We'll be getting to about here is where you're going, kind of right on the edge. And as you guys are headed that way, we're going to take a short break because I need to get something to drink.
Okay.
Fair do.
So 3 minutes tops, kids.
Monorail.
Monorail! Monorail!
I hear they're awfully loud.
They drive as soft as a cloud.
Sadly, I don't know that song. I only know my very pessimistic version of I've been working on the railroad.
Okay. I mean, the
Alright,
song
you
was
pro-
posted in City of Gilgamesh. But yeah, I like your version of that song.
It's so fun.
Yay. And full of vigor and energy.
Indeed. Vigor and energy for staying home. Well, Soundscream is definitely succeeding in making that hag unlikable. Though she is a hag. Makes sense.
Yeah. And if this continues, Nate and Talah might make this into a free on one. Or, I mean, free on us.
Ah. That's gonna be fun if we have to fight 3 hags at once.
Yay!
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, Dankeschön. Aren't we being very sarcastic?
Very.
Ach ja.
Honk my lederhosen. Nari, are you now understand why I couldn't use the super cute one?
Yeah.
It's too heartbreaking, isn't it?
Uh-huh. It's even heartbreaking with this version of the image.
And when we finally restore the kid's mind, we learn that he is actually a 68-year-old halfling.
Worse, he's a gnome.
Why do we hit gnomes?
I don't know.
I mean, have you seen
Why
Nissa?
would you like them?
I mean, isn't it the Kinder we're supposed to hate?
I mean, that's also true.
I mean, you know what's worse than an R?
A child.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Well,
All right,
back
is that
sexy.
everybody?
I think so.
All right. So yeah, you guys are getting close to the cottage. As you get there, it's kind of like it's just a little inn, is what it looks like from the outside, and it just has like a rustic little wooden sign that hangs over the door that says the cottage, and it's a big wooden door with kind of a smoky glass with iron bars over it on the little window that's on the door. Now, once we go in, it's really up to you when the combat starts. I may have to throw an attack or two your way, and that's just to, put on a good show. I really need to be up close with my sisters to harm them properly. But I won't do anything too terrible. It'd be bad for my reputation, after all, if some of you died.
Mm-hmm.
But you
So
could spread the good word about how generous I am and how I honor my agreements if you all survive.
Of course, if you're going to be slinging your convincing theatrical attacks at anyone, please keep them away from Talah and Nate.
If you need to be up close to them, why would you attack us at a distance and not be close up to us? Wouldn't they start to suspect?
You're thinking way too much into this. I'm just saying, depending on where I am and when you are when this starts, something may come your way, and I'm just saying don't take it personally.
We'll try not to. Anyways,
I
let's
appreciate that.
go eliminate some people we definitely do not like.
Oh, now that is true. I obviously like them less than I like you. Especially my distant cousin, even though she doesn't seem to like me.
Yeah, enough of that. Let's get in.
She opens the door, and as the door opens, you just see a long, narrow, like about the same size of the door, just like black rock, like it's a stone tunnel. I would say that you've, Nari, I'd say you've kind of gotten over it. I think while you're afraid, I think you're also angry enough to offset it.
Okay.
Especially as you've been right next to this little boy whose basically will and essence has been snuffed out by them.
Yeah.
I think you're angry enough to
Okay.
overcome the frightened part.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I mean, she's still gonna be hesitant, but
Right.
that's
right.
mostly it. Then.
Right, but you're no longer trembling and trying not to lose control of your bladder. That's what I'm trying
Fair.
to say.
Fair. Yeah.
Mainly because you peed yourself like 3 times already. There's nothing left.
Kind of.
And that's why I
Yeah.
said you were on the monorail, because that's what subways smell like. Nobody noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It worked out
And
well.
I'm sure that someone pressed a didgeridoo that away for me, right, Abe?
What? No. Mm-mm.
What you say? Enhance the smell? Got it.
You need to get used to that smell. When you get older, it happens when you're not scared. Go ahead.
Oh,
there goes show.
Oh wow.
Go to
Some
Madame
people pay
TV.
for this.
You
Poor
pee yourself.
Talah.
Pretty
I know
soon you
this.
just appreciate
Jesus
the
Christ.
warmth. You
No
look
matter
at
how much I
circulation.
jingle it still drips a little.
You're
Hold
just
on,
happy that
everyone.
some part-
Hold on, everyone. I just need like 2 minutes before I go in, and he just stands there still for 2 minutes, then cast prestidigitation. All right, I'm good.
you know, when
I
you
use
get to my-
shape water
my
to make it
age-
flow out.
Once you get to my age, you're just happy some part of your crotch still works.
Can you feel we're at the 2-hour mark?
Yep. Awesome. So, I am
Oh,
going
boy.
to go ahead as you guys, and you cast See Invisibility, correct?
I did, and it's non-concentration. It's just active for 1 hour.
All right. So let's show you guys what you walk into, because as you exit the tunnel portion, you step out into a swamp.
I see everything.
So
There's
your
a
little friend over there.
Hey, why's the boy over there?
Oh, yeah, originally he was gonna be over there. He's now not
Gone.
here. He's outside.
He's in the soup pot.
No.
All right, so go ahead
Are
and
you?
put you guys yourselves on there. Also,
Okay.
Abraham. Only
Amber Abe.
you see this. Boop, boom.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
There's an invisible version of this night hag standing right here. There's a completely visible to everybody else version here. There's an invisible one here.
Don't see you
Did you
pinging,
give-
buddy.
Did you give us a name for this? This is what's her name?
Is that Gloomis?
This no, the one next to me. That's
The one next to you?
Leathris?
Yeah.
Lyrathis?
Hold on, I'm getting into my names. So I've got too many of them to remember anyway. Yeah, that's Lyrathis. And then, so as you guys come in, obviously you can't see this one because she's inside right now, but you do see the night hag here, which Abraham, based off the description of abilities, that's Gloomis.
And is this one identical to that one? Like in every
They
way?
are absolutely identical, but this one's invisible. Give me an Arcana check, DC 17. This strikes you based off of what you're seeing. She's used the spell Mislead.
She's not next to the... She's over there. Gotcha.
Yep. So she's over here while her duplicate is over here. Now she's just kind of staring off. So you get the impression that she's probably has her senses coming out of her duplicate at the moment. But, and you know that it lasts an hour. So probably as you guys were getting close, they had a signal was sent to them to be ready. And then as you guys are walking in and Lyrathis goes, "Oh, sisters, our new customers are here." This other hag comes out. So, Abraham, go ahead and throw at me 2 other Arcana checks.
Can I get a quick question?
Yes.
When we entered this threshold, what did Nate feel? Like, did we have any planar shift stuff going on?
It's a pocket dimension, so you would have felt it's you're in a neutral pocket dimension, not to a completely separate plane.
Yeah, so it's similar to what we felt a few times before.
It's like whenever you go into the superposition sanctuary.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, go ahead and give me those rolls, sir. All right. So first one, you know, because Gloomis is who you saw first, so definitely a night hag. So for everybody else, she's got dark blue skin. She's got silver scars that are carved into her body, that are kind of similar to like stick figures, constellations, that kind of stuff. For Abraham on that high of a roll, you would know with night hags specifically. Cold and necrotic does less damage, and charming them isn't going to work. So, and they cast spells. You do know that they definitely can cast spells. And now that you're putting 2 and 2 together, knowing that it's a night hag, you're like, okay, that's where all the mind messing stuff comes from. For the other one, you will know that that would be Auntie Dreelock, and she's just a normal green hag. So again, you would know that you can't remember the exact details, but you do know that there's certain things that she's harder to kill. And again, they have spell casting as well, but the exact nature of it you don't know. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So that's where we're at. Before I take the next bit of narrative, anything anybody wants to do?
Question about your statement that enchantments or charming doesn't work, does that mean all enchantments or like literally charming them?
They're fake.
Yeah,
I'm
don't try and
specifically-
charm them.
I'm not talking about charming them. I'm talking about hold monster. It's an enchantment spell.
You wouldn't know for sure on that. You know that charmed does not work.
Gotcha.
Now come along, children. Let's go meet Auntie and Mother Dearest and see if they can come to the arrangement that we talked about. And she's going to continue walking.
Okay.
All right. So what would you guys like to do?
Take Pip's hand.
Yep. Grab and squeeze.
Otho,
Yep.
would you mind leading the talk here?
Real quick,
Check out the diagram.
before we get started, I need everybody to roll a d20. Just give me a raw d20 roll.
Wow, you guys!
All right. Abraham or Gobs and Nate, do another one.
You're not allowed to get the same one.
All right.
But sure, no worries, Gobs.
So
I'll pick up the rear.
yeah.
Well, you'll be behind Nate.
Talah?
That's quite the rear.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, what's up?
You should now see another character sheet that you have access to. When combat starts, I'd like you to drive that person if you would.
Vroom.
The one under NPCs?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What the heck?
Anywhere specific or?
You should have Lythris.
Drive.
Like you look over her abilities, be ready to use her in combat.
The only
What?
one I have control over under NPCs is Phil Peeling, and I don't think I'm supposed to have him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he's not. It's not under NPCs. It should be just at the top by itself.
Oh, yeah, she's there. She's there. Got her.
Sorry,
That's
It's
perfectly
alright.
fine.
I don't even remember him. What did I use him for?
He was the assassin that helped Gob's mom. You know, when we were interrogating her, he got in and picked her up.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
It's
we
been
need
a
to kill
long
him.
while, but I remember him.
I
Stop
remember
Ovo
that
from
one.
murdering him. Stop
Alright.
Ovo from murdering her.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
just a picture of him. I don't think there was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
character
yeah.
sheet attached.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, because he's a frog man. All right.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a
Bless
frog
you.
ninja man. Thank you. I was like,
Get a
so
whiff of that.
yeah. All right. Let's go see them. Go ahead, children. I'll just wait here while you move in.
Oh, yay! Our rickety bridge. My favorite.
So is Abraham just standing there?
You guys
Hey,
letting Otho
you
run up there by himself?
guys.
Yep.
Where'd Abraham go?
Abraham is still there. He's right there.
Hasn't
You just
moved.
stood right there.
There you are.
So
Sorry, I've
Nate
got
and
it.
Salah just walking
headache.
hand in hand.
Yep. I don't know if this is an thing I can do. Here we go. I'm basically
I hope
standing in
that's
the
not
same
acid.
square.
No, it's just nasty swamp water.
You could go
And-
like in front of
Sure.
each other with like the hand on the back, kind of.
There's Owl over here.
Sure, I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
Mr. Gator?
Yeah, Alligator.
Mm-hmm.
I like alligator.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
That's
It's a lot more
Talah.
fun than El Gore.
Soon.
So, and this is Gloomus. So, these are the people who are after our hearts, is it?
It would seem so.
Oh, you're so stupid. You would walk into a hag's lair, and you think our sister's really gonna help you?
Oh no.
She looks at you specifically, Otho. She goes, "I suggest that you fall to your knees and beg for your life." And with that,
She casts suggestion.
why don't you go ahead and give me a saving throw for me? I'm trying to remember which one it is. My brain's not working. I think that's charisma, shouldn't it be?
Might be
Depends on the
wisdom.
spell.
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. She's casting suggestion on you.
Wisdom saving throw. I'm good at those.
You do not succeed, so you are forced to fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness. So
Cheap
go ahead.
tricks do not make.
Oh, hold on. Otho, gotta beg for your forgiveness, man. Come on.
His mighty axe, spare my miserable life. Don't kill me.
And they are just smiling and enjoying this. Oh yes, yes. And what were you gonna say, Abraham?
Cheap tricks do not make reality.
Cheap are they? Tell me, old man, how strong is your will? I think
Very strong. Don't
I
look that again.
I think perhaps you should just help me. Why don't you turn around and kill the bearded one?
Counterspell.
Right. What level? What
I
level?
wrote something in chat, by the way. Yeah.
I don't know if I get
Where
this.
did you write
Let's
that?
go.
City of Gilgamesh.
Oh,
Oh, in
wait.
Discord. I thought you meant in the game chat.
Sorry. I've got too many things up for me to catch that kind of stuff, bud.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I know.
So I won't let you do anything for the first one, but for this one you can. But yeah, so real quick though, counterspell, what level? Abraham?
Third level, but
Right.
that means I have to make a check if it's higher than third.
It's higher than third. What is it? 10 plus the spell level?
Yeah,
That's
it's an
the DC.
ability check using your spellcasting ability. It's 10 plus the level of the spell.
Yep. So you got to beat a 15.
So just roll my intelligence, I guess.
It's your spellcasting modifier, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
it should
not
be
just intelligence. It would be intelligence plus proficiency, wouldn't it? Or is it just straight intelligence?
It is just intelligence, unless he's an abjuration wizard, in which case he gets to have proficiency. Which I don't
Jesus
know that he
Christ.
is.
Jeez.
Ah.
So you need to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 15. Good. That is very good. Her
That's touchy.
dominate person did not take effect on you.
Holy hell.
Now, Nate,
I'm-
what would you like to do?
On Talah. Immediately,
Okay.
as soon as that goes off.
Also, I do need to correct one thing. As soon as Otho started groveling, that one disappeared. And this one appeared. So now everybody can see the one back here.
Okay.
And she would have been back there whenever she tried to dominate Abraham. And now, so yes, I'll let protection of good and evil go off. But
Roll
now
initiative.
it's going to be initiative time. Boop, boop, boom.
I have advantage on that because of my shield. I need to remember.
Yeah, they don't get a surprise on Nate.
And I'll roll for Lorathus.
You're groveling.
Opho's gonna fucking die today, I feel.
I rolled twice for because I wasn't on the tracker, so I'm taking the 8.
Why am I rolling so poorly? Oh yeah, I'm playing Nate.
Where to
Oh,
get an item that can
excuse
help you
me,
with that?
Nathaniel. You're rolling poorly.
You're still going first.
I'll just look at my net 1 and be happy with that. By the way, I hope it wasn't too loud earlier. I really wanted to sell the effect.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Okay, something's
It was
goofy.
great.
We've got too many people in here.
What?
So, Nate, what did
Oh,
you
no.
roll?
20?
20, not a 22.
Yeah, nah.
Gobs, what did you get?
I got a 19. Since I rolled with advantage and I'm not taking the 7.
Sounds like someone didn't clear the initiative.
Yep.
Be nice. He's gonna kill you otherwise.
Talah,
He's gonna kill me either way.
Abraham, what did you get?
Got an 8.
Otho, what did you get?
5.
Okay.
See, Nate can die now. His arc is over.
Well, then Talah can die too.
All
Stop
right.
it.
Nate.
And the only one dying here is Abe.
No.
Nate,
not
We've
again.
discussed this. Abraham's
Hey,
not dying anymore.
Hey, Nate, it's your turn. You get to go
Yeah.
first.
So, having just invested that magic in Talah, he swiftly grabs his bow off his back and fires over at the hag that just tried to dominate Abraham. That was the blue one, right?
Yep, that's Mother Gloomus.
Yeah, so why is this one like that? And this one is like that? Oh, it's the sharpshooter thing. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Yes, it is. So just immediately, gonna do one of those. That's not. Why is it rolling that? Oh, because I accidentally clicked the damage. Sorry. There we go.
23 hits.
It's a Fae,
Mm-hmm.
and
is
it's
Fae.
a creature that just attacked an ally.
That is correct.
Oh, I love that I made that bow. It is so good.
So that is that on top. So that's that.
So that's how much?
19.
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
And for the second hit,
That hits.
Holy hell.
Jeez.
Sorry, I can't help myself. Of course
23.
I'm rolling bad. I'm playing Nate.
I mean, the first one was a 9.
More
I
than
mean,
plenty.
to be fair, you did roll a lot worse previously than this.
Yeah. Anyways, those are the 2 attacks. And then he's just standing ready.
As they both hit, she just screams out and goes, "It burns! Kill the bearded one!"
Where's the initiative tracker?
Yeah, but
It
we
is
both
gone.
have beards. I mean, it's confusing.
The bearded one with the bow.
I have frills. Does that count as a beard?
Can
It
you see
does.
it now?
You're a bearded
A
dragon.
bearded
Yeah, I
dragon?
And in some circles, I guess.
Oh.
Hmm. Oh wait,
Hey,
shit! I'm still
anything-
groveling.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Gobs.
All right. There's a thingy standing right next to me, right?
Mm-hmm. Appeared out of
Nice.
nowhere.
Yeah. I'd like to use my bonus action to use Hexblade's Curse on her.
Okay.
That does that. So I now crit on a 19 on her. She takes additional damage. It's just whatever type the thing I'm doing is.
Okay,
And then I'd like to cast a spell.
go for it.
I am casting Steel Wind Strike. I get to designate up to 5 creatures. I'm designating the green hag and the hag right behind me. And I'll be appearing in basically the space I left. So just back behind Talah when I'm done with teleporting around and attacking people.
Okay.
I also took the also measured out so they are within the range.
Alright.
Green hack first. It's just a melee spell attack.
Okay. She has a name.
Not in Gob's head right now. Right now she's an enemy.
A delicious one.
Blech.
Let me see. And she's doing this with her arm blade, so that would add the +1.
Okay.
That is only an 11.
An 11 to hit.
Yes.
That does not hit.
All right. The other one.
So yeah, as you swing, just the hide's just too thick for the arm to dig in.
13.
And that's on Gloomus.
Yes. 2 hits.
Yep, similar thing. It's just like, oh, they're old ladies. They'll be easy to kill. These old ladies are not easy to kill. The blade just drags across them, and they just smile and look at you in the eyes as you're teleporting around.
All right. That was a good use of a 5th level spell slot. I have no more spells. Go on. I have nothing else to do.
Nothing else. All right. It is now Sister Lyrath's turn, which Doc is driving, or Euroblob.
Yep.
So, yep. So what would she
Blobby.
like to do?
Now, she did say that she'd have to attack some of us as far as, making it
She said
convincing.
she might. She might. But
Attack Otho, breaking meta suggestion.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
it's not a situation where you would have to do that.
I am aware. And attacking Otho would bring him out suggestion, yes?
Yes.
Get past him first.
Yeah, I'm thinking she'll be walking past him. Like to there, turn to him and go, grovel before us, really taunt him before using a ray of frost on him. Tormenting more than killing.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Is Otho
Okay.
hit on an 18?
It beats, so it beats.
7
Ow.
cold damage.
Beating that meat.
Excellent.
And you are also slowed by 10 feet.
That is fine. There's only 10 feet to the nearest hag.
And you're gonna have to use half your
Yes.
movement to stand up because you're groveling.
Oh, yeah. At least with 5 feet. Good thing I have range.
30 feet, then reduce, so you have 20, then stand up, you have 10 feet left, so there's still 10 feet to get to the hack.
That's true. It works that way.
And would that break the suggestion on him?
I don't know.
I believe damage does break it. Let me look.
Hmm.
If you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends. It definitely breaks them out of it.
Ha!
Yes.
So,
That's-
Othokent, you're back to yourself.
I'm checking if she can
Otho's
do anything
pissed.
with her bonus action, since
She cannot.
yeah, then that would be her turn. Actually, no, she's going to take an additional step. There.
what are you doing, stepsister?
No, I don't want that mental image.
Boop, boom. There's no way it's supposed to be that big.
Is it a 30-foot cube?
Yeah.
It
It's
counts
that big.
30 feet on the side if it's a 30-foot cube, not 30 feet from the center.
So what you have currently,
That's actually just like 5 feet too big. Yeah, the tool isn't good at doing it.
So you choose corner.
Yeah, you
Alright.
need to choose corner.
Okay, you guys aren't helping. Stop.
When you set
I
it
ain't
to
doing
15,
shit.
that is the right one.
sorry.
That's now 30 feet across.
That's 30-foot line for you.
So it's now Gloomus's turn, and she is going to cast a spell right there that will hit all of you.
Oh shit.
Counterspell.
Hold on. What level is it?
Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
So level 3, it cancels it, correct?
Yup.
Yep, she begins casting, and it fizzles out, and she glares at Abraham.
I give her the finger.
Ah! Talah, dearest, it is your turn.
Already? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had an idea, and then I started reading the spell again, and I was like, shit. So maybe people can help me with the idea to actually make it work. I want to cast Wall of Fire in a way that it can hit this and that. Because I can make a 60-foot long thing.
That thing
Just
says I can't go
straight
across
line.
water.
It states, on one side of the wall selected by you when you cast a spell, it deals 5d8 fire damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side of the wall. And I don't want us to get hurt by it. In this case, Gobs.
Okay.
Fox can take it.
I want to try and get them from as many sides as possible so that if they move away, they might still be in that area.
Gobs is going to be in danger no
Is
matter what.
it a straight line, or can you
I can bend it. As far as I
Like
know.
Beckham.
As far as I know, I could do it like that. For example.
Do you see the line I have painted here?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, do that.
And then have the inside.
My understanding is that it's a wall that's 60 feet long or a circle that's 20 feet in diameter. I don't know if you can bend it.
Can you link the spell so we can read the description?
There you go. If it has to be a straight line,
Yeah.
then
It has to be a straight
It has
line.
to be straight.
okay.
It's either line or ring.
So I could still,
Like that.
yeah. But you know, we have to make it work where they believe it's still also against her, right?
True.
So
Natala
you're
doesn't
within
really
10
care
feet.
about hitting or not hitting the Anishag, that is. So I think this will be the line.
So you're putting most of the group within 10 feet?
No,
Well, it's
because
only
I
one
picked
side.
their side to be damaging.
Oh.
Yeah, you pick one side that radiates
Yep.
heat, the other side is the protected side.
Yep.
So,
So I'm gonna place it like this.
maybe you're going to place it like that. As
Hmm.
Auntie is going to attempt to counterspell you.
It's a 4th level spell.
Yep, so she's got to roll it.
Yep. I mean, I lose the spell slot either way, so yeah, it fizzles.
It was a good idea.
Naughty little girl. He wags her finger.
Hey, that's a reaction. Fuck her up.
Reaction, and she loses a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mhm.
okay.
Mm-hmm. And I really don't want to be in the area of them, so I'm gonna try and move away. If Nate and Abe let me pass.
Of course.
Nate, never let go of your hand. He's actually been betraying.
Yeah, he's just being dragged along.
shall not pass.
No!
That
As
Nate's
Nate
arm is just
breaks-
turned to rubber.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
All right. Abraham, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot my shot. See if this
You
works.
get turned down immediately.
They're not dragons.
And disadvantage on rizzing anything that's not a dragon. Only after that Dredussi.
Dragoosey. Night Hag.
Mm-hmm.
Hold monster.
Okay. What's the save?
Intelligence or wisdom saving throw, sorry. 17.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
She rolls a 16.
She's held in place.
Uh-oh.
How dare you call me a monster?
I mean, technically.
No, they're monsters.
Yeah, technically, they're monsters.
They're moonsters.
Monsters!
I'm going to take a decision to stand on solid ground.
Seems like a wise decision.
Alrighty. Anything else you'd like to do?
Don't think there's anything else I can do.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, you utter your phrase, and as she's smiling and laughing, she just freezes in place.
Give her the finger.
Joke's on you. She likes it.
I'm just
Othokent.
saying, if you ever learn the whole giant mage hand thing,
So
you need
first
to
of
add a new
all,
option.
I'm gonna stand up.
You have
So I've-
successfully stood up.
So I have 10 feet of movement left. I'm gonna go over here. Straight up into this bitch's face, because Opha's pissed. I'm gonna say, how dare you? And I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. DC 15 Constitution save.
Which of them did you attack?
The one on the left.
Right.
If she fails, she's gonna take full damage. If she saves, she's gonna take half and not be knocked 10 feet away from me.
She does indeed make the save. So your thunder wave just explodes through her, and you see it ripple through and cause damage to her. But she holds her ground.
Great. And I still have a bonus action left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use my Hungry
So,
Jaws racial.
She took 6 damage then?
Yes. And then I'm going to use my Hungry Jaws racial ability and bite her as a bonus action.
Sure.
16 hits.
It does.
Right. She takes 8 points of damage, and I gain 4 temporary hit points.
Incorrect. You get 2 temporary hit points. As you try to bite into her, it doesn't seem like she's really, really tough. You must have marinated that hag back in the day for days.
It's based off of my Constitution modifier, not damage.
Oh, is your health is based off your con? Then you get the health. Sorry, I thought it was based off the damage. My fault.
No, it's based off of my con modifier.
Yep, you get the health, but you almost chip a tooth.
Blech. Disgusting freak.
Yes.
I didn't expect that. That's my turn.
Yep. All right, it is now on to Drelock's turn. She goes, "Oh, that's not very nice. Good thing I know what all of you are afraid of." And she's going to cast an orb. Well, it's an ability in a 30-foot sphere. Everybody needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw because she can get everybody.
I believe I can counterspell while concentrating, right?
It's not
Yes,
a
you can.
spell.
Oh.
And you've already used your reaction to counterspell this turn.
I had
no,
an
it's been his
You
turn.
just had your turn. You just had your turn. Easy. But this is a spell-like ability, not a spell.
That is fine. I make it.
So as illusions of horrifying memories begin to dance all around all of you.
16, right?
Yep, DC is 14.
Okay.
Meets it, beats it.
Yep, and that includes Talah.
Tula.
Alright.
Literally everybody
You
needs to
can
roll.
do it. You can do it. You can do it.
So that also is Nate. I need a roll from Nate as well.
I am so
Everybody
happy
needs-
with my plus on wisdom.
So all of these horrifying things start popping up all around you guys, and you're like, you know what? We've dealt with all of that. All of this stuff.
Right at the door.
Yep.
So,
Compared to the whispering door, you guys are already over this.
Soundscream, I'm gonna put my hand to my ear and go real close. Say what? Couldn't quite hear that. Could you repeat it?
We've been through the whispering door. We've had the Heart of Winter try and mess with our heads. Yeah.
You're just a basic hag bitch. Not even special, just green.
And there's another one for the plushie.
Yeah.
All right. Nate, it has rolled around to your turn.
Yeah. I might be full of fear, but I'm still doing my best.
You guys all made that
Um,
save. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's thematic.
Cinema.
This time I'm
Absolute
gonna-
cinema.
What was it? The regular hag that cast that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The regular
I'm gonna switch. Yes, regular hag.
The
Regular
poor,
hag.
regular hag.
the poor woman.
Also, keep in mind, the other one's got a hold monster on it, so you would,
Completely paralyzed.
when they're paralyzed, it isn't it paralyzes the auto crit, isn't it?
If you're within 5 feet.
If you're within 5 feet, it's no, it's not auto crit.
It's
advantage.
advantage.
Yes, it is.
Is paralyzed auto crit?
If you hit it, it's
Yeah.
auto crit.
It's incapacitated.
It's helpless.
Yeah.
Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attack is within 5 feet of the creature. But all attacks have
Cobra.
advantage, and she fails all strength and dex saves.
Well, damn. All right.
Cookie
fuck her up.
Grace.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to shoot the other one.
That's fine.
Right.
I'm just making sure you're remembering. Obviously, Gobs is right there, so it's going to
Yeah.
be a bad time for her.
Gobs is gonna do it.
In the near
Don't worry
future.
about it.
No, I'm gonna shoot both of them. Nate is reacting to what's happening around him.
Which is perfectly fine. I was just making sure you remembered information and are making an educated decision. Do
Yeah.
whatever Nate would do.
And
But educated yes.
Wait, you
and
don't.
this,
If she's paralyzed, would you take disadvantage for firing within melee?
No,
And,
you're thinking
and
if they're
this
prone.
what Nexus?
and this bitch just tried
Go.
to trigger horrible memories again. So no.
All of yours were just Talah's dad looking at you angrily.
Yeah,
And
nah,
what was
nah.
it for Talah?
Talah was just the tombstone.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just gonna say with Nathaniel, it's just her father staring and just hearing a bell going ding, 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 ding.
no, because that ding ding is not coming yet.
All it was Talah's father going, "No, I don't give you permission to marry my daughter. Get out."
Does that hit?
17 does indeed hit.
Okay. Then there's that. And that.
So that's what, 33, 38?
38.
Mhm.
Woof.
And back to this one.
Yeah, it literally punches a hole through her and ends up in the wall behind her. She's still alive, but it really, really, really hurts her. You can smell
Nate
it burning,
is-
Othokent, and this doesn't smell appetizing, just to be clear.
Nate is furious.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I think you're gonna taste worse now.
I see you
What is it?
rolled. Oh no, there's
With
the
advantage,
32.
with advantage because they're yeah.
He's got to roll his crit. No, it's crit within 5 feet. Never mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's 27, 32.
Yeah.
And that's on the other one, right?
The Night Hag.
Yeah, the blue one. Yeah.
She is looking like she's not having the best of times.
No, she's smiling. He's frozen in a smile.
Oh yeah.
She's having the best time.
Oh, whoops. Nope, not that one.
Oh.
Just this one. And while she's smiling, black ivory blood is pouring out of her.
I imagine the smile doesn't reach the eyes anymore.
She can't move. She's held.
True. I just like
So-
the mental image that the eyes can still move.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate is just looking furious at these creatures. And that is not his turn.
Is that it?
No.
Okay. What are you doing now?
Because I just remembered Dia's favorite foe.
They're Fae.
No.
So you actually
So
have
Uh,
D6.
Yep. So just gonna add that. Another 3.
To both. You have to roll it
No.
again.
This one.
The first
he
time
needs
on
to
each
select.
one of your turns that you hit the favored enemy and deal damage to it.
Yeah.
So that would be the green one that would take the damage.
It'd be
It's
the
the
green
first
one to
time.
take it.
He technically you're selecting your favorite foe now. You're not dealing the damage this turn. When you hit a creature, well, I suppose you could do that when you hit it, and you could do it on either of them.
So okay, so which one are you marking as your favorite foe?
So
The blue
there's two
one.
parts. Okay,
Okay.
the first one just says when you hit a creature, you can make them your favorite foe. Then the first time on each of your turns, which would still be the same attack, you'll deal the damage. So yes, he can
That's
do what
fine.
he's doing right now.
Okay.
It's how we've been doing it since the beginning.
Yeah, it's just that doesn't mean I remember.
I'm confused why it's suddenly up for debate. I'm fine with
You
it.
guys
too.
sound
Rolling well. Now we have to
for
shit on you other
gore.
ways.
No, because usually it's one specific person that you shot. You shot two different creatures that are technically in the class
Yeah.
that would be considered your favorite foe, and because some of
No.
us are still stuck on third
I-
edition where you had a type of favorite foe and it always applied to that type of foe.
Yeah, and that's not it.
Right, and I understand that.
I'm just saying,
just
this
stupid.
combat. Yeah, well, I guess. But yeah. Right now, this blue one is my favorite foe.
Yes, and they took 3 extra damage. Got it.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
You're
That's his turn.
fine. I'm an idiot. That's the short version of why there's
No,
confusion.
no.
All right. You can pick which one you want to go first with, Gobs.
I'm thinking it's gonna be Sister Lyrathis.
Lyrathis.
Lyria.
And
Shit.
she's gonna turn to the green hag next to her and go, "You know what?" And she's going to cast.
Goodbye.
She's going to cast Cone of Cold.
Nice, and that's just the right place where it won't hit her, or won't hit Otho.
Won't hit her.
Yes, exactly.
Ah!
I actually haven't measured it out. Do you mind if I quickly link it so I can see it?
Yeah, go for it.
Just ignore what comes here. All right. I mean, that is still the save and everything. 60-foot cone. Okay, it's a good thing I'm measuring this out right now. 60 foot. That's long. Is that accurate?
Yeah. If
She can angle it like that to catch both of them.
Do it.
yeah, she would be more than willing to do so.
Then she'll do that, and the paralyzed one automatically fails to save, I believe.
Mhm.
If it's strength for dex, then yes.
It's Dex. No, it's Con. Never mind.
Gone.
Never mind. So she does get a save.
Aw.
Yes, she does that.
Gloomus fails the Constitution save and freezes over completely.
I can see the save is 16, not 13. I don't know how the monster stat block works. No. It says
should
in
be.
her net spellcasting it's 13, but why does it say on the bottom 16?
Because I may have screwed it up, and that may be what all the deleted messages from the GM were. But
Alright.
either way, either one, she failed it. Gloomus failed it. Now
Yep.
let's see if the other one fails it.
How is she reacting to her sister killing her sister?
Well, give me a second.
But I want to know.
No,
Damn
instant
it! I
gratification.
wanted to do that.
So the night hag's dead.
Now, Drelock does make the save. So she will take 21 points of damage.
Yeah.
You idiot! You don't have to go this far to convince them you're on their side. Loomis is dead! And then Lyris goes, oh, whoopsie. And that's the end of her turn. Gobs, it's now your turn.
Alrighty then. I have some cool things I can do because I'm not done teleporting yet. I am going to utilize the Misty Step granted to me by the Void Touched feat. That's not supposed to be a cone. That's just supposed to be me measuring. I'd like to Misty Step into a cone. I'd like to spread myself over the area.
Very
Please
missed.
No,
don't do
no, no,
that
you
again.
over
Total missed.
that. We're not doing that again.
No, I'm Misty Stepping to that square.
I banished
Alrighty.
Gobs again.
That's a bonus action, correct?
Bonus action, yes.
Yep.
And then I'll be attacking the green hack.
Okay. As a note, I mean, you can stand here, so if you wanted to step through her to get there.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I figured it
she's
was
an ally.
wall there. Because
There's enough room there.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Then I definitely do that.
I figured you'd want to.
That is advantage, correct?
Correctamundo.
All right.
Oh, also, I forgot. She's just barely there. Doop. That's green, isn't it? That's not red.
It's orange.
Is
No,
that
it's
right?
red.
Okay.
Is she hit on the 22?
She is hit on a 22. Would you like to roll damage?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Doc,
Doc?
Doc,
Blob,
Gobs,
Mine?
Mine?
Bueller,
Moji.
Bueller, Bueller.
/11 slashing.
I can hear you now.
All right.
Did you plug it back in?
Are you in Europe? Do you need an adapter?
No. And that was one attack, so second attack?
Mm-hmm.
17?
That hits.
10.
So do you want to describe this at all, or you just gonna be boring and say I stabbed her twice?
Actually
Grab
do
her
want.
head and absorb.
I'm trying not to eat more souls. I've been told they're bad for me.
Says the candy
Uh,
fiend.
But yeah, she's going to basically like cut into her one knee so she gets down to Gobs' height. Then grab the filthy hair with her left hand and cut her head off.
Oh no, she's not dead.
She's just
I
saying,
just-
don't be boring.
Oh,
I'm just yeah, what he said.
okay. Then yeah, it's just gonna be like basically trying to hack at the legs to get her down to her level. Then I thought this was a describe the kill thing. My bad.
No, nope. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm all out of actions. I can technically run around her, use my movement, but
Can you
Talah,
climb
dear,
her?
what would you like to do?
Something that I just figured out I can't do with the spell I was thinking of.
All right. Well, what would you like to do that you are capable of doing?
That I have to think of because I was reading through the things, and now I have to think. Shit.
Get the kill.
Shit.
Now the thing I was thinking of was control water and just kind of have a bubble on her head to make her suffocate. But I can't do that because I have to pick a thing out of 3 things it can do.
Moonbeam?
That would hit you guys as well.
Isn't it just a 5-foot?
That moonbeam was just one thing.
5-foot
The moonbeam
radius.
is- Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Is it just on her then?
That's how it works in my game.
Yeah, it's basically you pick a square and go that one.
That's how it's been for Ela, at least.
See?
Sure, why not?
5 foot. 5 foot.
Okay, Constitution save for half.
It doesn't do a whole lot.
Wait, if it's a 5 foot radius,
Yeah, then it's 10 foot
it's 10 foot because it's 5 foot diameter.
diameter.
Yeah. Let's see what she's going
Yeah.
for there. We'll fix that in my game. Don't worry.
He
So,
fails
could
her
do-
save. I'll say you can, for the sake of making life easier right now, you're too scared to make a big one, so you made a small one.
You couldn't get your moonbeam up.
Explains
Wait.
the damage.
Can I like just make one where she's hit by the edge of it or something? I don't know.
It
down
would
by
be
the side
hard
here.
not to hit the other two
Yeah, that's fair.
if it's the bigger radius.
It's
like we're
it's
thinking.
it's a terrified Talah beam.
Yeah. It's just a trickle of moonbeam.
Yeah, just the trickle of moonbeam.
Alrighty.
I'm concentrating on that though. So
Hey,
sure.
anything else
Blue
you'd like
dot.
to do?
It's not a square, though.
It's a square on its side. On its tip.
No, that's it.
All right, Abraham, it is your turn, my friend. What would you like to do?
Um. A lot of things I have.
Highest level possible magic missile.
Maybe level 4. Sure. I'll give her the old magic finger. Level 4.
Alright. She casts shield. No, I'm just playing. She doesn't have it.
Fuck.
She cast Meteor Swarm.
Is that really what it says? Has it always said that?
What?
Okay. Nah, don't worry about it. Four damage. You want me to roll each dart? Is that how I've been doing it?
It's up to you. Do you want to roll it or multiply it?
Multiply it.
How many darts?
So I get an additional dart for every level above 1, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6 darts?
6 darts, so 6 times 4 is 24.
Mm-hmm.
They all impact. She is not looking very healthy at all.
Wait.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Make her into a
Othokent?
handbag.
It is your turn, my friend. What would you like to do, sir? So she just got hit with multiple of these artfully arced around you. These 6 glowing arcane darts just penetrated her.
Beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can't, perchance, finish off. Since she is standing so nicely right in front of me.
All right.
And Opho is feeling oh so generous with the offensiveness today. So I'm gonna use Primal Savagery and try and slice her with some acid claws. Fuck.
You have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage. Beautiful. Now we're gonna roll again.
Whoops. I didn't mean to click on that. Okay, that hits. So it's straight acid damage, is that correct?
It is straight acid damage.
Oof.
It's a good spell.
The
Nice.
acid definitely splashes on her. It doesn't seem to have the effect you would expect it to. It still hurts her. She still screams.
Well, I thought that would be enough. Sadness. I don't really have anything I use a bonus action on unless someone's vitally hurt, but everyone seems fine. Wait.
What?
Aha! I deal an additional d8 points of damage because of Blessed Strike. And it'll be radiant damage. Ah! 2 more damage!
She does not resist that damage. But she is still barely holding on.
Well, I tried. Still hope you die. That's my round.
Bonus action offhand attack. I don't know.
What?
Alright. It is her turn.
She starts in Moonbeam.
What's the
That's
save
right.
against it?
It's a DC 16. What was it? Con save.
She fails. How much damage does she take?
8.
So, after Otho sprays acid upon her, and then the divine energy hits her, a moment later, the moonbeam pulses again, and she screams in horror as her eyes pop, and she falls to the ground. She is dead.
Fuck yeah. Go,
Immediately
Talah.
upon her death, Lyrathis is going to grab her shoulders, and Lyrathis' jaw is going to unhinge and distend, and she's going to heave her up and swallow her whole.
Question, because I
Mhm.
didn't drop my moonbeam. That would mean she enters that.
You can roll the damage if you want.
Yes, please.
She's not going to care. You successfully do the damage. As she also then, kind of after she swallows her, she drops on all fours, and she's going to lope down here, and she's sprinting across here to the other body.
Are we
you-
sure we should allow this?
And she's going to leap up here. If any of you want to make attack of opportunities, please say so.
I mean, Talah's ready to just move her moonbeam if others are
So
reacting
we're-
to this.
Here's the thing. Abraham's not keen on breaking a Fey contract that he shook hands on, so this is all on you.
Okay, so
Talah didn't make any deal.
I know.
right.
I know.
The immediate question is are you guys going to take attack of opportunities as she runs past you? Gobs and Othokent.
Wait, is she breaking the contract by stealing the heart by eating her sister?
All you know is that she ate her, and
How
she's
we getting-
heading
How are we
this
gonna
way
get-
to eat the other one.
How are we going to get the hearts? Can we ask her that? Can I have free action? How are we going to get the hearts if you eat them?
Give me a moment. Again, before you can even ask that, though, I need Gobs and Othokent to tell me if they're going to take an attack of opportunity.
Othokent is not.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so as she's running across the woman, she says, "Give me a moment and you'll see." And then she leaps up here. And again,
Nate shoots.
You're going to shoot her? Are you you're going to shoot her, Nate?
Yes. This doesn't look like what we agreed upon.
And you also... Can I tell Nate to stop? We don't know what she's doing yet.
Yeah, so Nate did hear Abraham ask, "How are we going to get the hearts?" She said, "Give me a moment."
And we're gonna trust a random Fey that just asked her to kill her sisters.
Well, then keep your bow trained on her.
All right, so
I
I
don't
need to
want
find.
this either.
Hold on. It's Nate's action. Nate, confirm. Are you shooting? Or are you holding an attack?
He was just about to shoot, but Otho's words are like they are enough. But he's still like aiming right for her head.
When she lopes up here, almost kind of like feral, almost wolf-like, she lopes up here, and again, the jaw unhinges. She grabs the corpse of her other sister and shoves it into her mouth. As she does, whenever she swallows, she kind of starts gripping the ground, and she begins to swell a little bit. You start to hear bones cracking. You start to hear her screaming, and you start to hear other voices come out as she screams, as she's screaming in multiple voices. You start to see green streaks in her skin, the blue streaks starting to come through her skin as another set of arms starts to pop out of her ribs, and the blue arms start to grow out of her shoulders start to grow the green arms of her other sister, and she swells all the way up to a large size. She is ginormous at this point.
Oh, that doesn't
as
help
she-
Talah.
And as she begins to stretch her back, you start to hear her go, and a solid black gem spills out of her mouth. And she goes, and a second one falls out of her mouth. And it's just in this bile and vomit on the ground lay these two gems. And then she stands up straight as you can start to see a second set of legs now behind her, as she now has 6 arms and 4 legs, and she stands tall.
Abe's going to walk up and hold out his hand.
And hold out your hand? The
Yeah,
hand?
for the hearts.
No, they're on the ground. She vomited them
Oh.
up on the ground.
Oh, she didn't catch them. She just let them.
No,
on the
she
ground.
just
Okay.
she because she was on all fours. She just threw them up on the ground like a cat with a hairball.
I'll pick them up.
Then someone goes, I believe our business is now concluded.
If we have need of your services, shall we find you here, or are you relocating?
Oh, the cottage is always the home of the three sisters.
Very well. Now, if you do not mind, he gestures behind her, the way out.
Of course, and thud as she runs on all of her limbs just randomly thudding the ground, and she is going to dash to a door that's back here that she didn't see that goes to her room.
Okay.
Mate's arrow is just
Yeah.
pointed at her at all time.
As soon as that transformation thing happened, the moonbeam dropped. Just losing concentration because of that.
All right. So Abraham has the Heartstones.
Yes, covered in bile hag bile.
I'm assuming you would have prestidigitated them before picking them up.
Prestidigitation. The hearts disappear. What? They were unclean items. Ah!
Yeah. Yeah,
Are we out of combat?
Yes, we are out of combat.
We are out of combat.
Combat.
You gonna go through her cottage? Nate, what are you doing? You trying to make enemies?
Nate is taking the cottage.
Yep, it's just an empty cottage. Smells awful.
What's in it?
A bed, a hearth, a pot that's got something boiling on it that you probably don't want to know what it is. All kinds of different like animal skeletons hanging from strings from the ceiling.
Yeah. Nate has an idea of two things right now. One is looking for signs of these possibly multiple children they've used, and maybe something belonging to this halfling kid. And
Yeah,
the second thing is if any planar thing is here, he would like to use it as a tool to make sure he can find this place.
Gotcha. So give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's nothing planar here. There's definitely a lot of magical components and things like that. You surmise that it is probably a person that's boiling in the pot. They're dead, definitely dead. But they've been slow roasting in the pot for a while. You don't find any evidence of any other children or anything, but there is kind of a pile of dirty blankets where you have a feeling that that's where the boy slept. But nothing, no personal effects, no extra clothes, nothing like that.
No pictures?
No pictures.
It's okay. And the second part?
Nothing really planar. This is just their personal pocket dimension.
Yeah. Well, then he will find something that seems, well, not to hold value to the hags, but to this place more like.
Like
Again,
you just want like a rock or something?
Something that might feel more attuned to this place.
I will say with your personal knowledge of planes and whatnot, these kind of pocket dimensions, you really can't just hop into them or track them or anything like that.
No, I'm kind of hoping that this out of character. And what I'm thinking as Nate is he could have this on his person as a sort of beacon. So he would be able to tell if it is nearby again. So he
Okay.
doesn't get surprised by the hag.
Gotcha.
But
So
it's fine if you tell me that's not a thing.
it's one of those things that like you're not sure if something like that would work, and I would say that you're even in the small experiences with Faye you've had, taking, because she said everything that was in here was hers. So if you take something, then it gives her potentially a reason to want to come after you. Even if it's something as simple as a rock, all of this, part of her thing is all of this is mine. So that's up to you if you want to take it. You're not sure if it will help with the purpose you've got or
Nate,
not.
I would just walk away.
Do you see what's in that pot?
Yes. Creatures eat creatures.
And did you see what we just created? What we helped create?
Yes. And you know what we're going to be creating when we're done with this? I think there are solutions at the end.
You know we're going to have to clean this up eventually.
Obviously, but priorities being what they are, we must stay focused and not create problems for us. Otherwise, we're going to have more than just an angry cat and Carrie and everybody else coming after us.
I'm sure we just created a whole bigger problem for the town and whatnot else.
Yes, and then I believe with a certain note, we have a fail tour in our back pocket.
Yeah, if he wants to deal with the hag, and how many people are going to get killed before he reaches them. But sure, I will leave.
I don't like it any more than you do, as he walks with Nate, but it's evil, the lesser of evils we have chosen.
If it goes that far, she goes on a murder spree. I'll devote the rest of my existence to reviving whoever she kills.
I'm not sure it's a lesser evil, but it's an evil nonetheless. And I didn't make a deal with it.
Don't worry, it's my soul on the line for this one. I
So-
shook her hand.
So you guys make your way quickly down the carved tunnel. Talah and Gobs, you're the first two to get to the door.
Yeah.
And you push it open somewhat violently. And Talah, you kind of stumble out, hands on your knees, throw up a little bit in your mouth, and start hyperventilating a little bit.
Yep. Sounds about right.
And
Dobbs helps
just
as best she can.
as you stand up, and Gobs is there, she's been kind of patting your back and rubbing it, trying to help you out, everything. I need you to give me a perception check. You notice something in your hand, and when you look at it, it's Silonir holding your hand. He's still staring off into nothingness across the street, but while you've been standing there recovering from this, without being asked, he stood up and grabbed your hand.
That brings tears to Nexus's eyes.
Yeah, Nari too. Nari is taking a moment.
Let's go home and rest up, save our strength, and maybe you can cast that spell that you used to awaken my memories on him.
Yeah, the boy deserves a chance at life. In whatever shape that ends up taking.
Well, at least there's something left.
Yeah.
We can see if that can grow.
Something good came of this.
We will do everything we can to help him, whether it be medical or magical.
I'll banish him if necessary. I'm just
I'm
The only
feeling
one you get to
sick.
banish is me.
kidding.
Let's. Is there like a kiosk nearby where we can just like buy a bottle of water?
I have water.
I didn't ask if he
I-
had
I-
memories. I said I cast Fireball.
I also have something for an upset stomach if you need such.
So with that, you guys, as you're walking, I'm sure there's a spot where you'd walk past a street vendor if you want to buy some water or use Othokent to wash the literal bad taste out of Talah's mouth. You guys proceed home, having defeated a pair of hags, seemingly have rescued a little boy, and acquired another set of items that are needed for the potential resurrection of Gilgamesh. And with that, I believe that's where we'll end our session for this week. So again,
Alright.
for everybody else, for everybody that stuck along with us, thank you very much. Feel free to look us up on our YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/@dinosaurpartygames. But other than that, just it's been a lot of fun. But that's it, folks, and we will see you next time.
Shit nuts.
Bye bye!
Bye bye.